Hello, YouTube. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Thank you so much for joining. We are going to talk about all things going live on TikTok. So thank you for joining. Make sure, as housekeeping, I always want to say this up front, make sure you are clicking the like button as you come on and join me. And then also comment. I want to see and hear where you're from in my comments. And I want you to subscribe. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. We're looking to grow this year. This is our season to grow. So I want you to be intentional about your engagement here and beyond. So as you know, I am sitting on my computer right now. We're going to go live in just a few seconds on TikTok. And I want to make sure I get everything set up here for us to go live with ease. I typically make this my go live with ease conversation because I don't want you to be nervous, shy, scared of going live. This process on TikTok is different from the YouTube streets, but TikTok streets, you can go live and you can monetize and connect with your target audience. It's easier to talk to your target audience, get a sense of what their pain points are, how to support them, and you want to go live at consistently and create engagement with your community. And so I teach that. I want you to be intentional about your efforts and I want you to go live with ease. So I am actually updating I'm updating my profile now. This is I say, don't be scared. I don't want you to be scared or shy or nervous. I want you to go live with ease, go live with confidence, come on and go live and not feel like you can't do this. Okay. So that's what this is all about. This is all about making sure you feel confident and comfortable with going live. Okay. So that's what I teach. And so I will. And so I'm going to play around with a couple of things. I'm setting my screen now. And I actually need to make sure I have my intro there. Okay, and I'm going to set some other stuff up here. And then I am turning on my content disclosure. I was trying to put a post up today about content disclosures. It may be my post that I put later tonight. So maybe right after I go live, I get a chance to go and put in my content disclosure. But I want you to know about making sure your brand is disclosed as part of your branding strategy so you can be authentic, trustworthy as you are actually talking about stuff relating to your brand, and also being able to say words that typically may get triggered on TikTok. So we want to be intentional about that. So what I do here is that I'm monitoring both screens. I want you all to know that I am paying attention to you, YouTube, as I talk about TikTok, but recognize I am looking at my phone. So I want to make sure that I am talking intentionally to my TikTok folks so that they can feel seen and heard. That's about building your community. And so I promote people coming over here. I want you all to connect. Make sure you like as well as comment and then hit subscribe so we can get as much support over here and build this community. And then in turn, if you comment on one of my shorts and like that, and if you don't subscribe there as well. If you haven't already done so, I will go and see that comment because it comes in my notifications and I will go to your page and do the same for you. So we are building intentionally here. Okay. So thank you so much for joining. I'm about to get started. I appreciate you all being here and we are going. All right. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. I am here. Come on into the room. We're going to talk about going live, but going live with ease, with confidence. I don't want you to be scared, nervous, shy. I want you to come on in and learn how to go live with confidence, my friends. Miss J. Paula, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining the live. Let me know where you're from. Marion, thank you for joining. Shop Like Viv, come on in, friend. Rich Osun Sunflower, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much for joining here. I appreciate you joining my live. How you doing, MJ? How's everything going, friend? How you feeling? Thank you so much for being here. How was How was your Sunday? Both of you, how was your holiday? I appreciate you all coming in and joining. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you for joining. We're going to get started. This is my 4 p.m., my Go Live with Ease. So all my people who are new to me, come on in. What is it, Faba Girl? Thank you so much for being here as well. I appreciate you. Thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate you joining. Let me know where you're from, friend. Hello, happy Monday. How you doing? Cheryl, thank you for joining as well. I see you all. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Experiment, thank you so much for being here. I think that's the name. I appreciate you joining, John. B. Renee, how are you doing, friend? How you doing, Miss Goody Two Shoes? MJ, I miss you. BC again. Woke up at 5 a.m. to put chocolate and eggs for 11 a.m. Same time sale ended. Oh, that's okay, friend. I appreciate you thinking about it. I will keep you posted when they have another webinar. I don't know when they're going to do it. I'll be honest with you. Like this week was their relaunch week and they were doing all the things with the webinar and stuff. So, I mean, we're all kind of learning as we go with them. And so if they have another sale, I will keep you posted. I don't want you to miss out. It is a great program. It has a lot of resources. It's not for everybody. I tell people that all the time. I'm transparent, but I want you to know that it does have a lot of resources if you're going to be in this space. And I know you're looking at the faceless in particular. So, and they just added that module. So maybe I'll do some research on it and just really get a sense of what it's like and share that with you as well. I was ready to push button just too hectic Sunday morning. I know it was. It was crazy for me too. I did come live, just did my 10 o'clock. I didn't do my 4 yesterday. So I didn't do my 4. I wasn't here at 4, y'all. So I am back. But yeah, I had to be mom, and we had done the Easter egg hunt and all the other dinner and activities, and my in-laws were over and they ate, and so it was a big family gathering. So it was nice. It was very nice. All my people who are coming in, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Leslie, you leveled up to level 14. Level 4. I appreciate you joining, friend. NK, how are you? Thank you for liking the live. Fritz, thank you for joining. So we're going to get energized. I think I'm going to try to move a little quicker. We'll see. We'll see. I have been, I think the last couple of lives, I've been overwhelmed. I have to say this. I'm being transparent with y'all. The whole imposter fake accounts are really extra. One came into the live yesterday at my 10 o'clock, the only live I did yesterday. Marvin, how you doing, friend? And so I'm a little over it. So I think I'm annoyed because I know a lot of you are getting messages. So all I can say at this point is that I did report it to TikTok Legal. And please report too if you get something. And let's work together to get those accounts banned and out of here, essentially, okay? He said, my kids had a blast and had potluck and grill with neighbors after egg hunt. Yes, awesome. It's all about the kids. It is. It's fun to see their faces. That's what I think. Yeah, and I am me. They've been messaging you. I did. I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. Good to hear you report it. Yes. I'm still waiting to hear back from TikTok. TikTok, if you hear me, get back to me, please, because I'm over it. A sister's over it already. And I know I'm just beginning. I'm just saying, but I'm over it already, TikTok. Hey, Dr. Alicia, just stopped through to tap out and show you some love. I appreciate that, Soul Tie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hi, how you doing, Angela? Angela, you just made me think. If you get a message from a different account, because I know we've been communicating over DM, it is not me. I'm telling everybody this. Just know to report that account and block it. Okay, because I know I'm already on different messaging inbox messages with many people who are communicating with me. So you guys know if there's a new thread that pops up and they initiated it, which means I don't initiate stuff. You all have to DM me first and then I start communicating with you. Just know it's a fake imposter account. So I'm saying that as much as possible because I know people are getting that to happen to them, and I want people to know that it is not me. Thank you so much, Express T. Thank you so much. I reported a message from fake account TikTok saying nobody. I know they've been doing that to me as well. And their process doesn't necessarily allow for it to come back as, beyond me reporting them to say it's me being impostered on. I don't think there's a way that you can ever, I don't know if they ever have said it's no violation. Maybe that's what I should say. So I reported through the legal website. So I'm hoping with my documentation I provided, I shared examples. Hopefully that solves the problem. We'll see, but I still haven't heard from them. So now we're on, I did that Monday morning. So now we're on Friday morning. So now we're at Monday. So I'm going to give them to tomorrow. And then I may be sending another report. So just so that they know they have some additional documentation to review. How you doing, Mimi? I see your friend. How's everything going? Thank you so much. You wish you could. I appreciate you joining as well. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to let this conversation go where we need it to go. Depending on who's here and what's going on. I've had a couple people mention TikTok Shop and getting TikTok Shop recently. I've had some people mention that they want TikTok Shop. So we might take it there if that's where we need to go. I also have, and I just met with somebody that wanted to know a little bit more about the mechanics of going live. Okay. So from a newbie perspective, thank you so much, Mimi. And so I'm happy to take the conversation there. Look at you, a title gifter with a hat and mustache. I see you, friend. Thank you so much. How you doing, Jamie Lee? I saw you come in. Hey, friend, how are you? Let's see. Thank you so much for all the love. So let me know if I need to go there. I did post about, from beginners, some things you need to keep in mind as you are beginning going live, just literally from the hitting the first go live button. But I will talk more about that. Look at that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the headband, the floral headband. Okay, friends, we're going to talk about energizing your live. So what I do here, and this is really for my newbies. You said I'll watch it. Awesome. For my newbies, meaning that you're new to my live and maybe you are going live, but also bring this from a perspective of someone who is a viewer. I want you to know how to engage as a viewer. Okay. So that's both of it. I want to understand offering subscriptions. Okay. I'll touch on that. Yeah, let me go there. I'm pausing a little bit because I talk about a lot in my subscription as a subscription benefit. I think you're asking, like, if you created one, how to go about creating one, what are some things to keep in mind? So I'll give you a few tips, not a problem. Thank you so much. Because a lot of my people now are going live and starting subscriptions as well. So, and I encourage you to start a subscription sooner than later. Okay. Yeah, that would be great. Yep. I'm happy to share. Not a problem. Okay. So here's what I tell people to do. I always talk about making sure as a live host, you understand your role. Your role is to educate, entertain, and inspire. Ideally, you're doing all three. You are connecting with your audience. And then TikTok creates this platform for us to fully get engaged. And they make it kind of fun and entertaining. So that's part of it too. You want to be entertained. And then ultimately, as a viewer, you are getting points. You get engagement points. TikTok sees your role as critical for this live to be successful. And so if you're not doing your job, the live is not going to be activated. It's not going to be lively. And I want you to know as a viewer, you can get points and you can get monetized. I don't talk about that enough because many lives that you go on, they may have you up as a guest and people can send you gifts as well. And that's part of the monetization that happens. So be intentional about what you're doing. Look at you, Bree. You didn't change your name with love, Bree. Look at you. Hello, friend. How are you? How's everything going? Events with Hearts, mom life. I wonder where you got that inspiration from, miss. I appreciate that. And just know, really quickly, so Bree, I do have subscriptions. She got the premium where I gave her some advice on her page based on what she's trying to achieve. And just know that your bio and your nickname can get changed. You have options to change it. So if you feel like, you know what, this is not giving me the impact I want, then you can also change it again. Because I know you said you were kind of torn between a couple of different suggestions there, but I love it. Thank you so much. Learn from the best. There you go, friend. I appreciate you. All right. I see you coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So how you doing, Candy? Said, how was everybody's Easter? Awesome. It was very, very nice. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to make sure as a viewer, you are paying attention to your engagement. I point out 31 up here. Currently, that's how many people are in the room. as you click that number, because I want you to know you can click that number. As a live host, you can pay attention. As a viewer, you can pay attention. You can see very clearly who are the top viewers. There's a question mark in the right corner. I want you to click that so you can see how to fully engage. And as you are coming into a room, you want to pay attention to how you're liking the screen. That's the tapping on the screen. How you are commenting. You want to comment. You want to get connect with other people. You want to be intentional about your engagement. And then as you gift, you get a point for every gift that you give. TikTok wants you to give. They get a percentage as well. And then finally, your watch time matters. As you're watching this live, TikTok says, okay, I see you watching this live. So you can get ranked high. You can rank on the top viewer ranking as you're watching. So your watch time also matters. Okay. Look at you guys. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate you. And so pay attention to what you're doing as you're engaging. I'm going to talk about that daily heartbeat, and I'm also going to talk about the blue boxes in a second so you know how you're collecting those points and how those points are impacting your engagement. Okay. So ultimately, the first couple of things are free. I want to make sure you understand there's free support, and then there's support that you need essentially. Hold on, my phone is overheating. Okay, that you need coins for. So tapping the screen. So we have 4.5 people in the room. If you are tapping and taking your, you said paid support. Yeah, it is paid support. You're essentially putting coins in your account. It's not free support. But I tell people, I want you to be strategic about your support. I'm not telling you to break the bank. So I'll teach you how to do that, where you're intentionally collecting points for your engagement, but you're not breaking the bank. Don't do that. There's ways you can do it and maximize how your coins and how you're leveling up, how many coins you're using and how you're leveling up. But it's important for you to know how to fully engage. Okay. And that's where I'll teach you a little bit more of my strategies. You say, good. Exactly. No, we don't have to break the bank here. And I tell people there's intentionality in terms of everything you're doing. Okay. Thank you. So good afternoon. How you doing, Vivian? I appreciate you. Tapping the screen, I need to know exactly. Tapping the screen. Tapping the screen is free support. Okay. TikTok sees you in the room. They see you're activating. It shows my number of 4.9K. As people are tapping, it essentially says, okay, people are supporting. A heart will pop up, pink heart, and the line will crawl across. Pay attention to that line. As you are tapping, that heart gets bigger. Confetti dots will start popping out of it. And then when you let go, confetti falls on the screen. People say tap to the confetti falls. I want you to be intentional about that. And it says, I need to know. So as a viewer, you can earn coins or live host, both. Both. You can earn coins as a guest, a multi-guest. So right now you're on the viewer role. When you come up as a multi-guest, you'll see the guest icon. Then people can gift you there. Now, in this particular live, I don't do that. I do it for my sub live. You'll see where I ask people to come up as guests. So people come up that way. I do it a lot for my subs. That's the only time I really do it. I do it on occasion here if there is a question that I think will be valuable for the whole room. Most times I answer it right here. Every now and then I'll bring somebody up. So I do it intentionally that way, not necessarily not to avoid the multi-guest, but when I'm talking to the room, I can't see the chat as much. So when somebody's up here, my attention is directed to the person I'm talking to. So my chat gets ignored. That's just not the way I like to do things. I know other people are able to manage their room, but I feel like I'm neglecting the majority. So I want to make sure you all are seen and heard. I want to answer questions. I want to keep my engagement and focus on the chat. So that's how I operate. But there are other people who do things differently. And I just want you to know if there's an opportunity for you to go to someone else's room and become a guest, maybe that's something you want to take advantage of. Okay. That's something you want to be intentional about. How do you take advantage of being a guest at a time when you come into someone's room? Okay. So my friends, so tapping the screen is free support. How you doing, Sassy? How you doing, Dee Dee? I see you coming in. Hi, everybody. How you doing, Candy? And so as you are tapping the screen, I want you to pay attention to tapping the screen. That's where that heart comes in. That's free support. And then you can share the live. You can see below where it says the arrow is pointing out. It says 9 people. 9 people have shared the live. Sassy, hold on. You said can message you after the live. Sassy, yes. Make sure you're messaging the right person. Feel free to message me after the live. If you got a message from somebody else, a fake account, it was not me. I don't do that. But make sure you message me. Click there and send me a message so that you know it's right. It's the one with the stand store. That's the one thing I've been saying lately because these fake accounts are out of hand. Of course, I definitely make sure. Absolutely not a problem, friend. Um, Yes, the fake accounts are out of hand now. They are messaging everybody. Yep. Okay. So share the live. So I shared my own live. You want to share your own live. If you tap the screen, you can share the live, hit the arrow. As you click the arrow below, you can hit copy arrow. And TikTok doesn't know who you send it to, or you could press down on my nose or in other my nose or my glasses in the middle of the screen, and you can share out the live. And I just shared it out to some of my supporters. I always go and put a special name so that way I know they are real. Do you really? Okay. I love it. You said, I think, Dee Dee, you're about to say you had one of those imposter accounts reach out to you. Please report them. Please do. Yes, ma'am. Yes, put a note by my name. I'm the real one. And like I said, if you DM me, then I will message you back. So that way, you all know, always know it was the real me. If you get a new message that says, oh, this is my new account, then you know that's the fake. That is not the real one. Okay. So, like I said, I do message people back. I do respond. I may put a heart. I may say thank you. I may say hello if you're just saying good to be in your live. And, and so it just depends on what the message is. But if you have a question, I'll answer your question. So I don't have a problem with answering questions also. Yes. Yeah. The fake accounts like this, like I said, they've been pretty rampant. And I think I've had one of the fake ones that's really emboldened. They come to my live and don't realize I'm checking the chats and checking the viewers and seeing who's coming in, and they will come in live. So they see who I'm talking to. So I think this is part of their recon where they're seeing who's communicating, who's coming, and then they go to try to message you. And, again, that's not a smart idea because they hear that you're here. And I'm telling you already that there are fake accounts out there. So they're not winning in that way. But definitely report them. You will know she is the real deal. Yes, exactly. I report them. Their verbiage is all the same. It is. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's not me because it's like, okay, she don't even talk like that. Yes, true. I didn't know we have so many of you. Yes, it's crazy. I know of 5. I know of 5 at least, which is ridiculous. And there's one that's really bold. Like I said, coming to my live, is commenting on posts. I mean, just really ridiculous. Yes, they coming at people. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Yeah, they're doing some recon here, which is unfortunate. I mean, like that shouldn't be the case, which is really unfortunate. So my friends, free support, commenting, all the comments are happening is awesome. And you'll see people who are commenting, engaging, and talking. They're moving up in the leader in the top viewers because that's part of the strategy. You want to make sure you're always leveling up. When I went live, I couldn't tell how long it was going. Is there a screen? Yes. Karen, if you swipe to the left, like if I swipe my screen right now to the left, hold on. I was like, it wasn't swiping. You swipe to the left, it tells you right at the top, it says real-time performance duration. I've been going live for 19 minutes. It gives you how many new followers, how many people have come in the room so far, how many diamonds you collected, how much you monetized. All that is there for you. The other way to see it is a little house under the power button. So you don't see it right now, but there's a house for the live host that you can click. That little house it has a little arrow that points over to the right of the screen. You can click that. You're welcome, friend. And that tells you all your analytics there, your real-time performance. So I tell you to pay attention to that, okay? Because time matters for your live. It does matter. You want to go live over 25 minutes. I tell you 30 minutes just to be on the safe side. You want to go over 25 minutes, and you kind of want to pay attention to, and this is a tip I say, you want to pay attention to how many people follow you. So if you're new to my room right now, you've never been in my room, make sure you click my profile and follow the live host. Okay. So you always, that's etiquette. You come in someone's room, you make sure you follow them or do the daily heart me, which is 1 penny, 1 coin. I'm going to talk about that in a second, but that is an instant follow to the live host. That's just etiquette. Okay. So if you're not following a live host, but you're sitting in here and listening to all this stuff, the least you can do is make sure you follow that person. That's the very least, because that person has spent time, you've taken all this time to learn and watch and do whatever they're performing, or if they're inspiring you. Click, click that. That's free support to the live host. You want to make sure you're clicking that and you are at least following them. And like I said, if you really are strategic about your time, then you will have coins on your account. I'll talk about that. You want to click that daily heart me and get points for your engagement. I'm brand new to post it on here, and I just got live access today. Look at you, baby. Congratulations, friend. Oh my gosh. And you got it under 50 followers. Let me ask something. Do you have a business account or do you have personal? I know TikTok is giving it to people much sooner. I just wanted to make sure because I don't see a blue box. That's why I asked. So I'm assuming you might have a business account. Let me know if you started with a business account. Thank you so much, my friends who are here. They asked to invest 5K when on creator page when people was live for you. You are right. Yeah. 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 They're asking people this. They're part of their thing is this investment. They want to get people personal. Okay, look at you. All right. All right, look at you, TikTok. Okay, that is different. All right. Good job, friend. Like I said, I know they're giving them to them sooner and sooner, but yeah, that's awesome. Hi everyone, this is my first time in the room. Thank you so much, Melina. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. You're level 5. Yes, I did that on Engagement Live. Okay. Yeah, those banned accounts, they are being relentless with their strategy. Hopefully nobody's being duped by that. I hope not. I mean, that's the one thing. I don't like my name being a part of some scammy behavior, some imposter behavior. But on top of that, that to me is just ridiculous. He said, I'm new to TikTok and I'm learning. Absolutely. Hit my TikTok. Hold on. I'm sorry. I sent an invite by accident. Don't ignore it. I apologize. I did not mean to do that. I'm trying to figure out how to go live. Okay, Liz, I got your friend. I'm going to give some beginner tips here because usually I go in a couple different directions. I hit my TikTok coin budget. It was out of control. Yes. Yeah, you got to be careful with your TikTok coins. I think I might go live this week. There you go. Okay, congratulations. Just go live. Don't overthink it. Click the go live button. Oftentimes you got to make sure your ID, you do the identification. You have to be 18 years or older. So sometimes that go live button is not a true go live because you got to make sure you get approved first. But make sure you click it. I did my third live yesterday and reached 425 views. Look at you, Leslie. You are doing it, miss. Thank you so much. I see you, friend. Yes, live for 30. There we go. There we go. Daquan, thank you so much for coming in. I'm going live, but I can watch the playback on the YT. Yes, you can. Hello, Daquan. Yes, you can. Thank you for saying that. Let me give my little plug for how your girl is making sure she is advancing in her go live journey. Okay. I ended up using a credit card for age verification because it was faster. Okay. That's good. That's good. You could definitely do that. Yep. My first time here, I have to grow my account just to promote my business. Blessings. Help me understand what you mean by that. You have 8,800 followers. I want to make sure I understand what you're referring to in terms of growing to promote your business. So we're gonna talk about that because I want to make sure we don't give misinformation. So I want to make sure I understand what your point is, what you're referring to. But really quickly, let me just talk through my YT, my YouTube. So here. Let's talk about it. Yes. Didn't know to watch on. Yes. So your girl is co-streaming right now. I am actually, as we speak, I'll flip my camera so y'all can see it. I don't mind showing because I've advanced. So look here. I got y'all here on, I've gotten a little bit more sophisticated because I have a webcam. You see my little webcam up there? I'm pointing up. You see my webcam? I got a webcam and I'm filming myself as I go live and talk to you all on YouTube. So what I'm doing, and I'm gonna turn the screen back. So what I'm doing is actually making sure that I have this recording for you all. You said, okay, look at you. I done got rid of my baby's tablet. My baby tablet, he can have his tablet back now. Look at the girl, pro streaming. Look at you. I've advanced a little bit. I said, you got to do it messy. You just got to do it. Don't overthink it. It's not going to be perfect at first. My first week and a half was not perfect. It was not cute, but I've elevated a little bit. I still got to work on my sound. My microphone didn't work, so I still got to work on the sound. But at the end of the day, it's still getting sound from the computer, the laptop. You said love it. So here's what I will tell you on YouTube. Now I can I save this particular post and it's part of my playlist for TikTok. So you can go over there and look at the post if there's something I say in here and you're like, she did say something. She said something about those banned accounts. She said something about those fake imposter accounts. Hey, you know what? I'm going to come and listen to her. Or she told me something about those blue boxes. What did she say? Now you can go back and look at it. Okay. And what I want to do is I tell people, go over to Dr. Lisa. If you put in Dr. Lisa, launch your income, separate words, Dr. Lisa, launch your income, go to my page. I ask people if you want to come to the stream, you can come and see me live here and like the live as well as um, uh, subscribe, put a comment in and subscribe. And then if you can also go to a short, because I do get a notification on the shorts. So if you get it, if you put a comment in the short, don't subscribe first, put a comment and then like it and then subscribe because YouTube's a little picky about fake engagement. If you just come into somebody's page and just hit subscribe, they say, you didn't watch a video. You didn't really connect. So I need for you to be intentional about your subscription. Okay. So you want to make sure that you actually do subscribe so that people can, so that subscription goes through. So put a comment, like it, subscribe. I will see it. I will go back, comment to your comment, go to your page, go to one of your shorts, watch it, like, comment, and subscribe to your page so you get a subscription. So you should do that. Like I said, this is our season for growth. We need to make sure we are growing and you are being intentional. And then people you're talking to, let them know you're going live or you're posting and they can go to that channel. I want you all to be intentional about your strategy. So go to my page, Dr. Lisa, launch your income. And then my moderator is usually in here. She's not in yet. Her name is Yes Michelle Crochet. She is somebody that is on TikTok streets, but she's really good on YouTube. She's been on YouTube for quite some time. She's grown her following. She's provisionally monetized. She understands how to grow. She has some tips and strategies. I would definitely say follow her. You can follow her here. She's just starting her live journey here, but YouTube is where she's really at. So if you want to follow her here and there, her name is Yes Michelle Crochet. So I want to make sure I'm supporting people. I'm supporting people who support me. Matter of fact, if you're a live host, put that you're live and what time zone, and what's your topic. Put that in the chat so we can start building community. I want people to grow. This is not about one person growing, each one teach one. And when I say as you rise, you lift people up. Okay. So you want to make sure people are growing under you as well. I got approved message from a fake account. You got a what? What does that mean? An approved message from a fake account. What does that mean? That they approve? You talking about one of my fake accounts? They approved to delete it? You reported that? Let me know what that means. When do you mean fake imposter? Sorry, I missed it from if you mentioned already. No problem, Melinda. I have a couple fake. I'm seeing it here so people know. There are a couple imposter accounts out there, a couple, meaning 5 at this point. And there's one that's really relentless with messaging people and stuff. So if you get a DM, a message with my name and profile, and they initiate it saying it's my new account, hi, how are you doing? All this other stuff. I don't do that. I wait for you to message me first and I will respond, but I'm not going to initiate. So I want you to be, vigilant about those type of messages, because what they'll do after you respond, they'll start talking about, oh, do you want to invest in cryptocurrency and all this other stuff? So just know that is not me. That is not my character. The only thing I talk about in terms of promoting my services and the products that I have is in my Stand store, and the link is in the bio. And I have free things as well as some things that you could pay for. So at the end of the day, that's all I'm talking about when it comes to paying for something. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're going through that. Yes, it's a mess. I don't like it at all. Sorry. I appreciate you all. Like I said, I want to make sure people know, because I don't want to catch people off guard. And I know many of you have come in and said something about it. And so I just don't want that to be the impression you have. You said, but I know it was not you. Exactly. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm new to your live, although I'm still learning TikTok platform. There we go, friend. That's it. Yeah. What was your question though? Let me go back and put your question. I want to make sure I answer your question. You're trying to grow your business account. Let me know what you were saying about that. I noticed that imposters will usually put a number on the end. Yep, like Dr. Lisa one. Yep, that's exactly what it is. The one that's relentless has 5 on the end. Okay, as the underscore 5. And then there's a couple others that just have underscores, okay, or dots and underscores. So yeah, just pay attention to that. They're using symbols and numbers. I'm putting them on blast. And then there's another one that doesn't have my username or my or a similar username or nickname, but they have my picture and my post. And so that one's out there too. Somebody sent me a message about that one. So there's 5 of them that's out there. That one you wouldn't even catch because the name is totally different, but they use my photo and all of my content. So they're pretty scandalous. So yeah, definitely be careful. Thank you so much, live host Leslie. You said live Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, inspiring women to embrace their beauty and uniqueness. There we go. I appreciate you. I'm starting to look for, okay, you're starting to look for the fakes and report them and message you also. Thank you so much. Yes, the name. Thank you, Simply. Thank you, Simply Been By. Thank you so much. Yes, that is something like that. I think it's Callie. I think it's Nay, N-A. I thought it was N-A, but it's something similar to that. Yeah. I had someone that stole my face and actually showed up in my life. She said, we look alike. Wow. Well, the imposter came with my post. It came in yesterday, literally in the live. I got to check again because I said I'm going to keep checking. I always check the viewers now because that person was like literally sitting in the room. I was like, are you serious? And I reported them really quickly to TikTok. But of course, nothing happened. And so it's a mess. But yeah, this is another one. Yeah, so you guys, yeah, the nerve. Yes, the nerve. Come into the live. So anyway, this is taking up a lot of energy, y'all. I apologize. I apologize. I appreciate you all being here. Yes. So yeah, this is something I don't like to spend too much energy on. Yes, I report them. I appreciate you all. Yeah, I tried to follow. Yes, Michelle. Couldn't find her. Yes, Michelle Crochets. I think the yes, there's some underscores there. Um, Alice, you would probably have to go to the main home screen and search there for her. There's there's an underscore, I think between yes, Michelle is one word, and I think there's an underscore between Michelle and Crochet, if I'm not mistaken. She has some kind of underscore that's in her name. Okay, yeah. Um, I'm a subscriber also. Let's connect. Okay, awesome. You guys are connecting. Okay, awesome. Let me do this. Daily Heart Me. I just went all over the place. Daily Heart Me. I never talked about blue boxes. My people who are new to me, stay with me. Stay with me, friends. Daily Heart Me. I told you there's things that you have to have coins for. So there's the free support, tapping the screen, sharing a live, commenting, all those things is free support. Now, you got to have coins on your account to do some of the other things like click the Daily Heart Me. So the gift box, you can recharge the right corner. You can click the number or the recharge option and go to TikTok page for where you can add coins on your account. There's a little bit of a processing fee. So I tell people to go to the website, www.tiktok.com/symbol coins, COIN. Go to the website, log in there, and there's not the same amount of processing fee. So you get a little bit more coins for your money. So I tell people if you get $20 in coins, you get 2,000 coins. And then essentially you can come here and truly engage. That should take you pretty far, just in terms of your engagement. Here's why. And I'm clear. I want you guys to catch what I'm giving here. So Daily Heart Me is 1 penny. Okay. You instantly follow the live host. TikTok says, okay, you know what? I'm going to give you 45 points for joining. It says, join my team. I tell you, you should treat the Daily Heart Me as almost as if a check-in. As you come to someone's room, you say hello. That's your greeting. That's your way of saying, I'm here. I'm here to support. I'm here to connect with you. That's the Daily Heart Me. Okay. So then as you are engaging, and you're being intentional in your engagement, you can give gifts. You get a point for every gift that you give. You can level up as you come back to someone's room each day and claim your points for the daily heart me. And then the screen will pop up after you get it. I tell you to pause. I want you to read what's there because TikTok just changed the game a little bit. They've now said if you want to get that 45 points, then you got to claim those points. So I tell you, make sure you claim your points. And then it says if you want to put a comment in, you can get 30 more points for putting a comment in. So between the 45 and the 30, you got 75 points from one daily Heart Me coin. Okay, so come back and claim your points. That's what you want to do. And then what I tell you next is, I'm going to just make sure I don't miss a comment. How's everyone? How you doing, Tanya? I appreciate you being here, friend. I need to get more coins just to see I'm low. Okay, that's fine, Candy. Go on the website, www.tiktok.com/coin, or go in here and recharge, whichever one you want to do. What does the points mean, Baby T? Baby T, I got you. Hope he said I found her. Thank you so much. Found who? Me? Oh, Michelle. I was like, what did you find? Give me 1 second. Thank you. You're welcome. Give me 1 second. I'm going to answer a question about the points. So after you do the daily heart me, it pops up. It allows you to engage as a team member. And then I think MJ pointed this out. If you click the daily heart me and see who else is here, those are top engagers. The people over here, they're top engagers. You want to make sure you are connecting with top engagers. These are people who you might want to connect with to go to your live and engage there because they understand the etiquette. Okay, so that's important that you are connecting with people that know how to connect and engage properly. Now, as you are, after you do the daily heart me, I tell people to then put a comment in. So after you add that comment, I'm going to ask you if you are new to my room or if you just want to see what your blue boxes are, put in the comment, put hi. We're going to do hi for today because I want to make sure we all are understanding. Yes, I need real engagers. There we go. Put hi in the comment, and then I'm going to tell you to click your photo. Once you click your photo, your mini profile is going to pop up. Then you are going to click your level. Your level could be level 20, it could be level 5, it could be level 9, it could be level 11. It could be whatever level. It could be level 0 if you don't have a blue box. That level is important. Level 6 for Tony. So I want you to click, and if you don't have a level, that's fine. Click that box anyway. Tell us how to log in on a live. Okay, Angela, I'll tell you how to do that. I'll talk about my newbies. Level 9. So once you click your level, okay? Chrissy, thank you so much for being here. I see you, friend. Once you click your level, then I want you to click, see what's happening there. Thank you so much, friend. I want you to see what's happening there. You'll see where you are, what points you've collected already. Mine says 5. There we go. Yeah. So click that 5. And then once you see your level, click your level and it says how many points you've collected. It has a / symbol that tells you the total amount of points you need to get to the next level for that next level. And then underneath there, it tells you the amount of points. It's the difference. The difference between what you have and what you need is those experience points underneath. So those experience points is what you're really paying attention to as you're thinking about how do I level up? How do I actively engage? How do I get more points? Now, somebody asked earlier, what does the points do for you? The points is telling TikTok very clearly. It's an incentive essentially, but it's telling TikTok very clearly how you are engaging in this app. TikTok is paying attention. And so you want to level up because those are high engagers. Those are people who are coming in and engaging and they know the etiquette. And then what it says is that TikTok says, okay, I see you, high engager. I'll give you TikTok shop early. I'll give you live access early. I'll give you essentially abilities as you're leveling up, more gifts and points more gifts that you can give and more points that you'll collect because of your engagement. They want you to engage as part of their strategy. And those gifts, I'm going to tell you this, the gifts that you give, also a percentage TikTok takes. So TikTok wants you to gift. So I want you to be intentional about your engagement, but also want you to level up because TikTok wants you to stay here. I always say, point to my watch, say TikTok, TikTok. That clock is ticking. They want you to be here. They want you to engage. They want you to be consistent and connecting with other people. Good to see you again. How you doing, Mel? Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I need 12 points for the next level. There we go. So you gift and you get points based on intentionality. So that's what I said. You're not breaking the bank, but you are being strategic. You are getting your daily heartbeat. You are leveling up. You are getting points for that, as well as making sure you're intentional about how you level up in terms of the blue box. Okay. So I want you to be very intentional about everything you're doing. This is good, very good information to know. You're welcome, friend. That's what I do. So as you are on these TikTok streets, people see that blue box. It's kind of like your badge of honor. And what will happen is and you'll see me all the time. I make no qualms about it. People who come flying in at the top with that blue box, I try my best to say hi to them. Okay. Because that's a high engager. That's somebody you want to be part of your team. That's somebody you want in the room. That's somebody who you see as somebody who knows and understands how to operate here. Okay. And you want that person to come to your live and make sure that they're setting the right example for others. Okay. I always mess up and click off. What happened now? I missed it more. What did you do? Good morning. TikTok might have filtered you. TikTok does filter. I don't see the first comment. I just see the second comment. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining, friend. All the people who've come in, I see you, friends. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. How you doing, Miss Kelsey? Thank you so much. And thank you so much for sharing the live. You sharing the live is support. Tapping the screen is support. Making sure that you are actively commenting. Okay. Hello. How you doing, Nika? Thank you so much. I appreciate you joining, friend. Those are ways that you can support. And I'm going to say you want to make sure that you are connecting with people. My people who do not have words in their bio, I want you to make sure you are optimizing your profile. Words matter. Okay. It matters for two reasons. I tell in intentionally. The first reason is that TikTok categorizes you, knows who you are and the words in your bio. So you got to edit your profile to your bio. It knows who you are and what type of content you're going to produce. Hopefully it aligns with your content so that it gets pushed out to people who are interested in that content. So the search engine optimization. So those keywords, those words in your bio, ideally is aligned to your brand and aligned to your content. And if you don't have words in your bio, you're missing out on a key piece of how you optimize your profile. So you want to put some words there. And you want to make sure, ideally, those words are intentional and you're aligning it to your brand. Maybe you're someone who's interested in relationships or humor or travel, or you want to talk about, your business. If it's event planning or if it's a financial planner or whatever it is, put that in there so people see it. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and your content is going to be about mom life. So make sure it's a reflection, those keywords, a reflection of who you are and what you're doing. If you're a live host, put your live host time in the days that you go in the topic, so that people can see that and see that you're live host. Okay. How you doing? I see you with love. And so you want to put that in there for you. Okay. I mean, for the website. Oh, I missed the first question, but I'm assuming, did you want me to repeat the website? www.tiktok.com/coin. And you want to log in. You're going to use your username and password when you go to that website that you would use for here, and it will let you log in to get coins. Getting coins from the app. You didn't know about getting coins from, you said from the website. Okay, I'm doing that move for it. Yeah, okay, that's what you meant, website. Gotcha. I'm going live at 6 p.m., so that will take what I've been learning into my live. There we go, friend. That's it. That's what I'm here for. Yep. Make sure you are learning and helping your community learn, because a lot of times people don't know how to engage. People don't realize that this is interesting. All this stuff matters. The stuff you're doing here matters to your engagement, and matters to your monetization too. The other thing with bio, so I said two reasons. The other thing is, as you click in a live, people click that and see the words. When they see no bio, they're like, who are you? I don't know if I want to engage. And people will pause. They may not engage with you. So, and what I tell people is that actually you might not want to engage yet. You may want to see if they are posting content too, because if they're not posting content, they don't have words, then you can't engage with them. They're not engageable. Okay. So you want to make sure you are posting content, and you are making sure that you are optimizing your profile by having words in your bio. If you want to be anonymous and private and have your privacy settings on, I would challenge you to think about that differently. Not that you can't do that, but it just becomes longer for you to be fully connecting with people, because people are going to pause on if they want to connect with you. So you can have a image. You can have a nickname or a fake name that you use and still be anonymous, still be private. People don't know who you are. Maybe you're faceless, your content is faceless, but I would tell you to put some words in your bio and maybe rethink that strategy. Can you put a link in the bio? You could put a clickable link in your bio when you have 1,000 followers. That means people can go to your bio and actually click the link and it will take them to the website. But before that, it's not clickable. It's just sitting there and people could see it, but it's not sitting there. And I think oftentimes it has to go into your profile. So it's taking up space in your profile because you only get 80 characters. How do you get the link? When you get 1,000 followers, the clickable link. Yep. Sometimes I get on profiles and it's just a bunch of random posts. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Filtered and check out people profile before you go ahead and engage. Absolutely. You will meet a lot of different people. There are many layers to this. Oh, I'm a great teacher. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Karen. Is it better to get coins here or the other way? I say the website is a little bit more bang for your buck. When you think about, you don't have that processing fee. So it just depends. As a live host, you monetize and I exchange my rewards to get coins. So I do the exchange. So I always take the processing fee in here just because I'm doing the exchange. So I just recognize that to be part of the fees that I pay. But with that being said, you can go to the website and get a better value. I usually say that out loud and people don't realize that you can exchange your coins for what you monetized on. So even if you were a viewer and you got some coins from being a guest in a live, you could take those coins and use it for exchange them for coins on your account. So that's another way to do it. Do you know what payment options the website takes? I don't know. I think it takes multiple options. I don't know which ones. Like I said, I haven't done it in a while, but I think it takes multiple options. I have 1,000 followers. Yeah. So try to go back to your edit profile and then go back. If you have a website you want to add, a link tree, a stand store, a beacon, whatever website you want to add, you can make it a link. It says website under links. You'll see the website option. Put that website URL there and it will be clickable on your profile. Yep. Did you see my comment? No, Miss Kelsey, I don't think I seen a comment. What happened? No, TikTok will filter people. If I didn't see it, say anything by now, because I was going back up. I didn't see it then. Yeah, go ahead and repeat it. Yeah, TikTok filters people. So you just gotta be. Thank you for your daily heart me. Yeah, I don't see anything from you. And so I saw some of the Service Plus features in my live this afternoon. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that when I get a minute. I went into another meeting, so I didn't get a chance to look at it before we met. Before I came in here. So, do you know what payment options? Okay, yeah, that's what I was just reading. Okay, friends. Yeah, they took away my showcase. I'm wondering why. Sassy, they took away your showcase. You had gotten TikTok Shop. Yeah, I got filtered too. Yeah, TikTok did filter you. Um, and then you see where I got one of those spam accounts that came in. I'm deleting them. So people will come in here and play games. That wasn't a real in live comment. That's not real. That's not how TikTok operates. I'm gonna just let y'all know that right now. Don't be fooled by the okie doke. So that happens. You got a lot of the trolls that come in and they're being trollish. So yeah, please ignore PayPal. Hold on one second. Let's say you get to pin them each for a period of time. Oh, for 30 seconds, I think. Yes, I know. Yeah, I think I read something about that, Coach Miss Jessie. And so, yeah, I need to build my followers. Any tips on doing that? Engaging, engaging. I'm gonna do a few examples. You want to make sure you are engaging in rooms, and you want to pay attention. I told you, found out that out the other day. Okay, Express T, I missed what you said. Do you know what? Okay, yeah, payment. Yeah, I don't know what payment. Let me. I think it takes it all. Hold on one second. I want to make sure I find somebody as an example. Okay, thanks. I'll try that. Awesome. That's a great example. I've been learning how to ask, how do you pin someone? You click the words of the person and pin them. Who's in my live? Coach Miss Jessie or Rich Sunflower or MJ. Anybody? Can you guys put a comment where you're connecting with somebody in the room, and I'll pin your comment. They took away my showcase. Okay, I'm wondering why they took away your showcase. You know what? I'll give you two tips, two things that you might want to pay attention to. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I do that. Thank you for the coins. Got my coins. Look at you, Candy. This app can be an overwhelming. That's much to keep track of. No, Mel, I don't want you to. That is limiting thinking. It gets easier. I want you to say, I can learn this. I can do this. I don't want you to say, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do it. That's where you get caught up with not being able to think past the negative. It gets easier as you engage. Okay. That's limiting thoughts. So we gotta operate here where you can say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take baby steps. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get to understand this part. I'm gonna come to Dr. Lisa's sessions a couple times because people do that. They come back and then they hit go live, and it was like, well, wait a minute. Coach Miss Jessie's an example of this. She's like, well, why did you tell me about the puzzle? Because a puzzle will come across, and you have to make sure you link up the puzzle piece. She's like, you've never talked about that, and so now I talk about it when it happens to me, but it gets easier. And she's been doing it now. She's a pro. She's doing it twice a day. But really quickly, I want to point out, I pinned her because I pinned her comments. So I touched her comments. The screen popped up and it says pin comment. I did that because I wanted to show Melina and my baby T. I want you to see how you want to engage with people. So she tagged this person. She said, hey, friend. And she put comments. So you don't want to tag a person and not put comments. You always want to put some comments there. Okay. So you tag them, you follow them, and then you tag them to say, I followed you. Hey, friend. Okay. So that is intentional. Okay. I want to show you how to engage while you're in a live. Now, what I will tell you is that you are connecting with people that are engaging people that have bios, people that understand how to engage back. Do I have to pay to get orange heart? Daily heart me is 1 coin. So you got to click 1 coin, but that is, you do have to have coins on your account to get the daily heart me. And then if you give a gift, they're all pennies. They're penny denominations for the gift box or the roses. Okay. Yes, I do engage. So I guess I'm on the right track. Yep, you're on the right track. But I say, like I said, be a little bit more intentional while you're in the live room because there's a lot of people to connect with. TikTok gives you 200 people a day also. 200 people a day you can engage with like that. You can follow essentially. This is so informational. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so, yep, I'm doing that. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, see. They gave me the TikTok shop. Okay, look at there. Congratulations. Awesome. Glow, you got I'm assuming you got the pilot program. Yeah, so you got the pilot program. You asked the question. So I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. I will message you on the platform. I'm being filtered, I think. Miss Kelsey, yeah, you might be being filtered. I'm sorry, friend. Engagement needed. I see that comment. You said laugh out loud, Miss Kelsey. I saw that comment. I'm going back up. I saw that comment. It wasn't clear what the violation was. It wasn't a violation. That was a fake message. It wasn't a violation. If you're talking about the one I had to delete. You said I figured that it was fake. Oh my gosh, yes. Yesterday I went live for the second time and got a violation. Oh, you're talking about your situation. Violation tied to one follower. Interesting. You sure it was real? It might have been a fake one. Interesting. I love that you are doing YouTube at the same time. Thank you, Bella. I appreciate you. Bella, you should be doing it too now. I know you're cooking. You're doing all the things. So that would be great. Are you on your YouTube channel? Let people know what your channel is. That's a great question. I've been meaning to ask. How do you pin someone? Yeah, that's it. So I talked about clicking the words. Never thought about that. It said that if I did not in the live, I would. Yeah, that was a fake message, Tammy. If you did not end the live, yeah. I just had somebody come and do that. That was fake. And you saying you don't know what it was related to. Hopefully, did you end the live, friend? Don't. TikTok will end your live if it's a problem. If you're driving, your live will get shut down. So yeah, that was a fake message, which there's kids on this app. This was a kid app. And then there's some adults that act like kids on this app. So you just got to know who you're dealing with. Can we gain coins by tapping? No, you have to add coins in your account. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I found you. I'm learning these things before I go live again. Oh, you're fine. Don't waste time and not go live. Just do it, and you'll figure it out. Dr. Lisa, I made my first money yesterday. Thank you so much. Look at you. Iridescent, what you mean? Tell me what happened. Is there any way not to put your financial information in the app? No. That's how you monetize. No. You want to get paid? No. You gotta get paid. It's PayPal. PayPal is the financial. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about to get coins? I think you're talking about to get coins. So if you're talking about to get coins, I mean, you decide on what you use. You could use your PayPal account. You could, if that feels a little bit more protective to you, you could use a Visa gift card if you wanted to, or some type of gift card type, credit card type thing, or gift card payment option. So you use that. But yeah, that would be my workarounds where you're not using your actual card if that's a concern. Or use a credit card where if you felt like it was an issue, you can always dispute the charge if that's a concern. But yeah, you got to. I've gotten the message and did end my live and it was going great. And now I bet, yeah, that's the scammers. I'm so used to them. I got my first payment today too. It wasn't much, but hey, you got to start somewhere. There you go, friend. I've made money on TikTok live. Look at there. Congratulations, friends. That's what I say. Just do it. You'll see it'll grow. Thank you for giving us information. You're welcome. I don't gatekeep. I tell you guys, at the end of the day, if you want to come here, I'll answer questions. And then I want to make sure you feel supported. I'm trying to be the person I want a live host to be for me. So I was new trying to navigate this and I had questions. I did. And so this is my 4:00. I go live at ease. So I answer a lot of questions. I try to offer as much information. I try to ease your mind about doing this and hopefully not having you overthink the process. And then I do another live at 10 a.m. And that's my level up conversation. So now I want you to think clearly, and some of my friends here are doing it. I want you to think clearly about going live. There's passive income to be made here by TikTok. But then if you have another product or solution, that's what I call it, for your target audience, and you know intentionally who you're talking to and how do you offer them a solution to whatever their pain points, whatever they're looking for, whatever's challenging them, you create that and you say, here's what I can offer, then that's above and beyond TikTok. That is part of your strategy to make sure that you're making another passive income stream. Okay. But you want to be intentional about creating that here. Okay. So my friend who got the ability to do a clickable link, your clickable link can go to your page, your website, your stand store. People can buy your products from there if they want to. Or maybe you're going live and you're doing your beauty routine and people are like, oh, I like that lipstick. Oh, I like your glasses. Oh, I like your eyeshadow, whatever the case may be. You can say, hey, go to my link. Go ahead and get my free download for all my products I'm having. And those could be affiliate links. So when they click to them, you get the commission for it. Or if you got TikTok shop, you can have that as products that you get commissions for. Like go to my showcase. Here's some products that you can get. So there's so many strategies here. There's so many strategies. Yes, you said Stony. I appreciate your friend. Yeah, I need to figure out what I want to go live about. There we go. And more I give. You know what? I'll do it here. Let me answer the beginner question. So I had some beginner. Miss Angela, are you still in the room? Let me know if you're still in the room. Say hi. Just drop I'm here, hi, or something like that. If I missed your question, because I did jump down. I love how many community doesn't gatekeep. Yes, I don't gatekeep, Miss Kelsey. I see you, friend. I saw that question. Comment. What are the new no words you can't use on TikTok? You know what? I'm new going live as well. There we go. Tam Mama. Yes, I appreciate you being here. Let me say this. You say you got inboxed by the fake page. Thank you. Please report them. We're gonna try to hopefully get TikTok to get overwhelmed by people reporting them, and see if we can get them taken down. Um, are you seeing my comment, Rich Sunflower? I didn't see a new one, but I did skip down. So let me see what your comment was. Let me know what you said. Good evening, host. How are you doing, Grown? I appreciate you being here. Grow with me. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, let me know what your comment was. I might have missed it, friend. Um, and then Angela, I don't know if you're still in the room. You said, "Are you seeing my comments here?" I just saw that when I went back up and down again. But no, I don't think I've seen a comment from you, Rich Sunflower. Um, I see where you put Yep, and the hearts and the butterflies. I saw that. How will program work out connecting payment options? The question was about connecting payment options. To what extent? What you're saying? Yeah, I know you got filtered, but are you saying how to connect payment options? You wanna connect a PayPal to get any money TikTok owes you. So you gotta have a PayPal for that. That's the main one. And you go to monetization, TikTok Studio, monetization. You click there, view all, and then it's a couple clicks within there, but you can get to it. I think it's up in where you click the balance and it'll take you to the page where you can add a payment. How will program work out in daily living schedule? Say, how will program work out in daily living schedule? What you mean? I'm going live? You said how? Okay, I see. Yeah, okay, thanks. I answered your question. I think I answered it. Thank you so much. They switched my account. What does that mean? They switched your account. Glow. What does that mean? They switched your account. Thank you so much. Asher, let me make sure we stay on topic, and we got to stay on topic, else I have to mute and block you, friend. Let me know if you have any go live questions. We're going to stay focused. I want to sell their products, not mine. You want TikTok shop for creator, not TikTok shop for seller. So in order for you to get TikTok shop for creator, you can't have both accounts on the same one. Yes. So you want to make sure you apply for the TikTok shop for creator. And if you did apply for the TikTok shop for seller, you got to deactivate that account. If you have a seller account that you opened up. So you need to close the shop essentially. So you need to deactivate that shop, and then you have to do, it's usually a 30-day close the shop time frame. And then you have to wait for that shop to close officially. And then you can start the process to apply for the TikTok shop for seller. Now, for creator. Now you could probably you don't have to wait you're going to have to wait those 30 days before you become eligible for TikTok shop for creator. But you could start letting the algorithm know you're interested in that program. Okay. You said you have both. You don't have both on the same account. You have one or the other. What you see is that you have seller and you have the feature for creator, because you could work with creators to promote your products. You don't have TikTok shop for creator as an affiliate. Yeah. Your items are still up. Yeah. So you don't have it as an affiliate. You have it as a seller. So you can see how you can work with creators to promote your product. How do I check what I've applied for? You say, how do I check what I applied for? Like, what do I have? Well, TikTok shop for seller is on everybody's account. In order for you to actually open up a shop, you have to have a business account. That's first and foremost. So you have to be a seller. You have to have a business account that you've set up. So if you have a business profile and you open up TikTok shop for seller, then TikTok will let you link that product, link that so you can add your products to. If you want to have TikTok shop for creator, you have to have a personal account. That's where you are a creator, a content creator. Okay. And you are becoming an affiliate for a seller, somebody who has their own products. Okay. That they're selling their products. I use my example, TikTok shop and creator awards. Say that again. Seems so far away, but I'll keep going. There we go. You got it, friend. It'll come before you know it. That's where engagement matters. Yep. So I give the example. Here's my candle. I give the example of somebody who, if Dr. Lisa made candles, I don't make candles, but if I made candles and I wanted to sell my candles on TikTok and I wanted to have a TikTok shop for seller account, I would open up my business account and add these candles to my shop. Okay. And people who want to be an affiliate and sell my candles because they love my candles, they want to sell my candles, they become an affiliate for Dr. Lisa's candles and they get a commission for every candle they sell. Okay. Every candle they promote and then ultimately sell. Okay. And so with that, this is TikTok shop for a seller. You have a shop, SHOP, on your page. You don't have a showcase. Showcase is for people who are in the affiliate program. And on their page, it says TikTok shop for creator. So you are a content creator. You're going to promote videos. You're going to work with different sellers to promote their candles or what's around, their lipstick, or I don't know. I got my headphones here. I don't have my charger cord. It's on another earphones, whatever it is. You would put those in your showcase, SHOWCASE. So showcase is what you have on your profile. So if you have a showcase, you are an affiliate. And if you are not have a showcase and you want to get into the program, you got to tell the algorithm what you want. So I got some tips and strategies for that, but you want to let the algorithm know what you want. I mean, I said that I like to know, but I'm trying to learn. There we go, friend. How are you doing? Thank you so much, Meatball. I appreciate you being here. Should I go through and unfriendly people that I added before I knew what I was doing? You can unfollow people. You said unfriendly them. Unfriendly. We are not friends no more. You definitely want to check for banned accounts. That's what you want to do. The whole unfollowing people, it doesn't matter in the long run. I would say don't unfollow them. It doesn't matter in the long run. At the end of the day, those are people that, as you grow and be more intentional, the people who matter are the people who are going to follow you. I did the TT for creators, but nothing changed. What you said? You did the TT for creator, but nothing changed. What does that mean? Thank you so much. I appreciate the subscription. Look at you, friend. Amazing, sweet D. I appreciate you becoming a subscriber. How you doing, Copper Cat? I appreciate you being here. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. But I'm not meaning to learn. There we go. Hello. So thank you so much for becoming a subscriber. And let me say this. I do have 3 subscriptions. So I always want to do that quick opportunity to promote the different ways you can get access. My standard subscription, my premium, and my deluxe. I just added the premium and deluxe last week, last week this time. And there essentially are 2 new programs where the premium is where I offer the ability for you to get a profile review. So I talk about your bio. I talk about your brand. I talk about knowing your target audience. I want you to be intentional about how do you create a brand that's going to resonate with your audience based on and making sure it aligns with your content. With Love, Bree, she came in the room and she is somebody that recently did it. Got the premium. I sent her all the information and she's optimized her profile. So just being intentional about how you create a profile that's going to resonate with your target audience ultimately. And then the deluxe has the profile review, but it also has a live stream audit. You said, yes, ma'am. She hooked me up. Oh, you're so sweet. So it also has a live stream audit where I will come to your live for 15 minutes and give you key, information in terms of what you might want to consider in terms of your greetings, your welcome, how you engage with your audience. And again, making sure there's brand alignment and thinking about how you're talking to your target audience. I tell people all the time, if you are going live and you're talking to everybody, then you are talking to nobody, because essentially people don't feel like your message connects and resonates with them. So you want to make sure there's that brand alignment in your live as much as it's there for your bio. So really quickly, there was a couple questions, and I should have took notes because there was a couple questions that came up. So we went down the TikTok shop path. I want to make sure I honor that a little bit and talk about that, and talk about getting TikTok shop. So I know there are people who are wanting TikTok shop. So we'll talk about that. I'll talk about that as a process, okay, of how you want to tell the algorithm that you want it and being intentional about that. And then there is There is also people who want to go live and want to know the actual starting process of going live. So let me start there. And then there was starting a live, and then there was somebody who was like, I don't know what to talk about in your live. So I want to make sure I talk there. If there was anything I said I was going to get back to, I feel like there was something that was back there that I was going to get to. I think there was somebody who made me think about talking about the fake accounts. I think that's something I wanted to talk about. I was going to talk about it from a banned account perspective, which I will get to. Which I will get to under the TikTok shop conversation. I'm going to try to be a little thorough. How you doing, Iridescent? I see your friend with the sub stickers. Thank you so much. And subscribers, I didn't finish this. If you got the standard package, I love y'all because the standard is woven into all the other packages. It is based on coming to my sub only live. I'm going to do the next one on April 30th. So not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday at 6:30. I'll post about that. We have a sub only chat area that we connect with, as well as the ability for me to do sub only content. So I will do a post for my subs. I'm actually due to do one because I did a sub only live last Wednesday. I'm going to do some content from that so people can see some of the messages that came out of that live. Subscriptions. That was what somebody asked about. Let me talk about that really quickly. Subscriptions. Are you still in the room? Who asked about subscriptions earlier? Let me know, because that was like right when I first started and I missed the person. Where's the heart me when on the PC? I don't know. Thank you, friend. I don't know. How you doing, Sunshine? Yeah, I don't know if it's there. Maybe I should say that because I feel a sinking suspicion that it is not there. So I don't know for a fact where it sits. Okay. But yeah, so subscriptions. I'm going to talk about it real quick because I know somebody asked me about it in terms of my thoughts because they were looking at adding subscriptions. I've had a few of my newbies talk about it, and I talked about it with my subscribers. So there's a video that I'm going to clip and give you some quick tips about it. Okay, let me get my phone. Okay, thank you. Okay, and so thank you, Sunflower. And so what I tell you is that you want to add a subscription as soon as possible. Once you get access. I think there's something to be said about sitting down and understanding the type of benefits you can offer to your community in a way that is that honors who you are. You don't have to overwhelm yourself with trying to keep up with subscriptions, but at the same time, that honors what your topic is about, what kind of services and support you can offer your target audience. And so being intentional about setting up subscriptions sooner than later would be ideal. If you had a couple different plans, I would say start off with at least one, but maybe two different plans. And then you can decide if you want to add a third one. Things you want to consider. And one of the things I tell people is like, okay, if your live has a topic, maybe you can, how you doing, Bloom? How you doing, friend? If your live has a specific topic, maybe you can go and have a sub only live just for your subscribers to kind of extend that topic. It could be an Ask Me Anything. I do my sub live that way, and I try to bring in one topic about monetization so people can take that nugget away with them. And then I also offer a little bit more surrounding having people come up. So that's where I use my live for, where people can come up, ask me questions, because the subscriber live is not always full of a whole bunch of people. I think at most we get about 40, 50 subscribers come in and we're able to kind of chat. It depends on the questions they have. So subscriber live is a little bit more intimate of a room, even though this room is kind of intimate too, but it's not all people are there at the same time. How you doing, Miss So What Now? And so recognize that is an opportunity for you to get connected with your subscribers. If you only have a few subscribers, maybe 2 or 3, you can say, hey, I'm going to start posting content just for my subscribers to view. And again, that can be content that is very relevant to your topic. You can offer a tutorial. I think about my crafty people. So maybe you're doing a certain craft, crocheting, knitting. You can share with them a certain little stitch or plan. It just depends on what you're offering. Okay. I just want to say thanks again. I'm going to start my bundle now. See you all later. Look at you. I love it. And so you could do that. And then if you are, thank you so much for being a title gift. I see your friend with the finger heart. And then if you want to offer a live after you've gotten 5 or 10 subscribers, you can announce that. Say, hey guys, we're going to do our first sub only live on, it could be right now, April 21st, but you can say May 1st. So hopefully between now and May 1st, we get about 10 more subscribers. And that way we'll do our sub only live, but we'll make a point to mark that calendar, mark your calendars for May 1st. So again, you're letting people know well in advance. So you want to promote your subscriptions often. If you can in your live, there's not a problem with saying that. And if people click and see the different package you have, the different plans, that's another way to promote it. Okay. So let me know if you have any questions about it. I just wanted to make sure I said that. But I would say I would encourage you to do a subscription plan as soon as possible. And that way you have a little bit more guidance about doing it. You can always check with ChatGPT to come up with some ideas specific to your niche as well, and just see if it will give you some ideas that you can use for your subscription plan if you're thinking about different ways you can connect with your subscribers. Okay. And different plans and tiers you can offer. How you doing, nurse? I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. So let me I'm gonna go really, really quickly over starting the live, because I think there was a few questions about that. When you go live, and I have a post about this, so you can kind of go back and see that. But when you are brand new, never hit the go live button. First of all, you go to TikTok Studio. So let me do this first. Who in the room has never gone live? Don't even know where to start if you had to go live. Put new, put the word new. If that's somebody who's like, I would need to know what to do first. Just put that in the chat for me just to know who I'm talking about. I've never gone, oh my gosh, it's a lot of you. You guys came all at once. I've never gone live. You're 87. Okay, good business. Okay, friend. We're gonna ask you to optimize your nickname though. TRTO2468. I appreciate it. Monica, thank you so much for being here. Monica, we're gonna ask you to put some words in that bio. That you got a little homework. How you doing, nurse? I see you, friend. You said new. Amora, I appreciate you being here, friend. Yes. Okay. And you are updating your profile every day. You said new. I appreciate you. LaRonda, thank you so much for being here. I see you, friend. All right, friends. Okay. We got some newbies in the room. Okay. So here's what you would do on your profile screen. So first of all, as you are engaging, I told people earlier, the blue box gets you live access sooner than later. So you don't need 1,000 followers. You don't need 500 followers. You don't need 300 followers. We've seen TikTok give it to people under 100 followers. And again, oftentimes it's because they have a blue box. Now, one person came in a room, I think it was Baby T. She said she got it with 50 followers and she did not have a blue box. Now, I'm going to assume she is still an engager where she is tapping the screen, because you get a point for every time you tap. 3 points over the course, max 3 points for 10 minutes. She's commenting because she wasn't afraid to send a couple comments. And she is liking the live, sharing the live, and she I don't know if she's gifted, but gifting is a way to also engage. Okay. So recognizing the blue box is part of that strategy. TikTok will see you and say, okay, I see you. I'm going to give you live access. So many of you, though, in this group of people who just commented have blue boxes. And if you don't, I would still tell you to go check, because again, TikTok might have given it to you anyway. And if you have a business account, TikTok will give you live access even earlier, because the idea is you're here for your business. You're representing your business. You're trying to reach your customers. And so going live is a way to market yourself and connect with your customers. From a personal side, brand side, we call that your target audience. Okay. So that's what you want to do. People are saying the blue boxes. Okay, blue box friend, I see you. Thanks for the nuggets. You're so welcome. Let me explain the blue boxes real quick. What does the number mean? I need to start gifting. That's part of it. That's ultimately it. How you doing? OMM. Thank you for joining. Okay. And so in order to get the blue box, my friend who said, what's the blue box? Todd, I want you to click your photo. Your mini profile will pop up. Okay, this is for anybody who just put a comment in. What's the number mean? I'm going to show you what that means. Okay, so click your photo. Um, we gotta remove distractors. And you can block people who are not being nice. Don't deal with rude people. Okay. So you can click your photo, and then as you click your photo, you can then go and click your level. So your level 9, your level 1, your level 0, whatever your level is, your level 23, Todd. You want to click your photo and then click your level. And then after you click your level, it shows you intentionally how you need to engage to get your blue box. So Todd, for you, you just need to reactivate. So you've been inactive for about 7 days. And so with that, TikTok will say, okay, just send a daily heart me as a coin, send a gift. That will traditionally get your account back active. So you got to have coins on your account in order to reactivate or send a gift. And that's part of what you would need to do. This has changed so much in the last few years. Yes, it has. Okay, friend. Yeah. TikTok is changing every day. You're a new account though, but thank you. I'm assuming you have another account. So with that, where do I find the picture on my bio? Oh, simply the picture that just showed up on your profile right there. Just click that photo. Yeah, I did. Okay. Means mine says more experience points. Is that what you mean? Experience points? That's what it was. Got it. Yep. Yep. Experience points. Yeah. How account can you have? How many accounts can you have? Experience. Yep. How many experience and points, experience and engagement are similar. Engagement is what you're doing. Yep. Five accounts on your TikTok profile. Yep. So 5 accounts you can have under your profile name. Separate accounts. So when you click that blue box, when you click your level, the first set of numbers is how many points you've gotten. There's a / symbol, how many points, the total amount of points for that next level, for that level to get to. And then underneath there is the difference, those experience points / engagement points. Those experience points are the points that you, based on what you have, the difference of what you have and what you need are those points. Okay. So as you are engaging in someone's live, you leveling up, you're getting a blue box. And then, like I said, you got to have coins a lot of time to get leveled up and get that blue box sooner than later, because liking, you get points, commenting, you get points, but it's just going to take longer. One coin gets you 45 points for a comment. I mean, for the daily heart me, and then you can put 30 points in for a comment. So you just got 75 points for one coin. Okay. So you want to be intentional about what you're doing. What's the highest level? 50. I started this 1 week ago, all faceless. Okay. Okay, friend. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm doing pretty good. You are doing great, but you need to reactivate your blue box. You are doing very good, actually. What will happen when you reactivate your blue box, because you're a 23 level gifter, will come flying in at the top. So you get like this premium view at the top because you've been on these TikTok streets engaging. But you got to reactivate for that to happen. Okay. It's all about engaging. That's it. That's the engagement. I say engagement and consistency. Good evening, everyone. How you doing, Soul Vibes? I appreciate your friend for being here. Thank you so much. Yep. It's all about engagement. Yep. So my people who are new, what did it reactivate? No, I don't see anything yet. I didn't see anything come in yet either. So yeah, did you click your daily heart me? Maybe start there. That's probably what you need to do. What level do you have to be for your name to show up when you enter? I believe it's 23 and higher. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It might be 21. It's in the 20s, but I want to say it's 23 and higher. You get that fly in. That's what they call it, a fly in. So I think that's the level you have to be at for it to show up that way. Okay. So yeah. What was I about to say? So see, there you go, Todd. You gave your gift. I see that. And let's see. Now you got your 23 back. You got your 23 back. It showed. So you had already been in the room, so you didn't get the fly in because you were already here. But if you left and you come back in, you'll see where you'll get the fly in. You'll see where you come in at the top. See, look at you. See, there you go, friend. Yeah. All right. And so now your box is back. Yeah. What was I about to say? So my newbies, New people. So if you click TikTok Studio, then you have your TikTok studio, and then you go to, at the top, you should see tools and live. Then you're going to go to the live home screen. So if you have live access, you should see the option to go live. That's the live home screen. I just do things randomly. Look at you. So now you're doing it with intentionality. Now you're like, oh, I got you, TikTok. I see how you operate. But now you know. So you'll be able to do the daily heart me. You put your comment in, you see your blue box. See, there's Shanisa. Thank you so much. She just came in 27, level 27. So she's a high engager. So again, these are people you want to pay attention to. These are people you don't necessarily want to leave out of this room. So you want to connect with people because they know. Well, Todd didn't necessarily know. But Todd was doing something, and he was doing it well, okay? But with that being said, you want to make sure that you know now how to engage, okay? Look at there. Okay, thank you so much, Soul Bob. I appreciate you in the team victory. There we go. Okay, so if you have live access, it takes you to that live home screen. Couple things you need to do to go live. I see your friend. Simply appreciate you. Hello, stop to engage. There we go. I appreciate it. Yes. Thank you so much for the daily heart, me friend. I see you. So as you click the go live button, so that's what I'm going to tell you to do first. So when you're on the home screen, you're going to click that first go live button. It's the first one. I don't want you to be intimidated because I know a lot of people's like, oh, if I hit the go live button, I'm going to be here and I'm going to be live. No, you don't. Okay. That does not happen that quickly. Okay. What it does tell you though, is that you need to put, you got to verify your ID. And so your identity is making sure you're 18 years of old or older, and that you're human. You're not a bot. But you want to make sure that you're 18 years older. So that's the rule for going live. And then you can do that with a credit card. You can do that with passport, photo ID. Sometimes people show their facial recognition, and their ID next to it. So it depends on what you do. But you want to make sure you have the right date in there so TikTok knows, again, you're 18 years or older. Thank you for saying that. You're welcome. Oh, that you don't go live if you hit that first go live, because I know I was there. I was like, I'm not going to hit that go live button. So yes, it does not make you go live immediately. What it will take you to, so that verification is needed, but it will take you to the setup screen. That's where you put your live title. And then it also is where you can put the topic of your live. I clicked the Learn Room. So that's the category that's for your live. And then you can also put in your content disclosure. I'm actually about to post about this. I'm going to see if I can get this post out. As soon as I get off this live, I'm going to finish it. I did all the steps. I just need to write the little description thing. And I just didn't have enough time to write it before I hit post. I wanted to post it before here, but didn't get a chance to. So I'm going to try my best to do it. But thank you, Sonia. I see your friend. But you want to make sure you put that in a content disclosure saying who it really is an opportunity for you to say who, what's your brand. Well, let me take that back. You're not going to say what's your brand. You're going to turn on the content disclosure. It has a check mark for you to say that you're your own brand. And it gives you the opportunity to talk a little bit more freely, especially if stuff that you're discussing is associated with your brand. So I think of people who have sensitive topics. Maybe they're talking about mental health or some other health related topics. If they're using terminology or using some other content, then you got to be careful about what you say. You also may want to turn on that audience control just to make sure your audience is appropriate for 18 years or older. Okay, that type of content. So turn on the content disclosure. I encourage you to turn on every time you go live, just to be, thank you for everything, my sister. You're welcome, friend. Thank you so much, Todd. Look at you, Todd. See, you engage it. I appreciate it. Turn it on so you know that hopefully some of the things you say do not get you in trouble with TikTok because of what words you're using. I turn it on now every time I go live because typically lately I've been talking about YouTube. TikTok gets a little jealous. So I'm just making sure I don't get TikTok upset. So I'm talking about that. I'm talking about my channel. And so I want to make sure I'm able to say words without using initials all the time. So I turn it on for that reason. And again, this is my brand. And I talk about go live with ease. I want you to understand how to brand yourself. I want you to understand how to go live. I want you to understand how to monetize. I want you to understand how to leverage other platforms, social media platforms. And I want you to think intentionally about your strategy for creating solutions for your target audience. So ultimately, all that is part of what I discuss. And I'm able to share information with you without necessarily getting flagged and stuff. So I want to be intentional about that. So content disclosure. I gave you guys a lot of information with that. Not like I said, I'm going to post about it. But I think that's the first thing I would say. Go into settings and click that. When I first started going live on my first business page, it was great. Now my views have been very low. Interesting. Simply, I'm not sure why. The business account, like I said, you're a little restricted. You got to know who you're talking to. You got to talk to your target audience, and your live is focused on connecting with that audience all the time. Is there a list of words not to use? No. No, not really. Again, that, like I said, the content disclosure gives you a little bit more flexibility, but you got to be careful. You can't say anything that's too derogatory. You can't say anything, obviously, you're not supposed to use, you know, foul language, bad language. You can't use that, or profanity and stuff. You can't drink. I say drink anything. Again, this was a kids app, so some people will have their Stanley cups and they're drinking water. You can't do that. TikTok will say, no, 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 we don't know what's in that cup. So you can't do that. You can't drive. That is when your live will get shut down. How you doing, Brooke? Thank you so much for being here. Your live will get shut down, so you can't drive. So yeah, just be careful about what you're doing and saying. If you are staying above the board, and like I said, turn on the content disclosure just in case you're going to talk about other companies, other media. Just be mindful of what you're doing. I'm hearing a low views are connected to April update. Yeah, there's updates that happen all the time. So the April started off well. The room was rooming. That happened the last time the band happened. So there was a large push of people who came into the app. And then there was a lull that happened. And that spun into about much of February when it happened in January. And so I could see that tapering off now. And it may run into a little bit of March, May as well. So I wouldn't be surprised. That happens. And I just tell you, stay consistent. You can't get caught up in those numbers. Again, I always say comparison is the thief of all joy. You don't want to get caught up with, oh, my room should look like this. Oh, I'm expecting this. No, don't get used to it. Just make sure you stay focused and you can stay focused on what you're doing. How do you get to content disclosure? See if you have any violations. Content disclosure is different from violation. That's just a disclosure you're turning on at the top of your live. Violations is on the home screen. It's under rules and guidelines. And that's where you see if you have some violations relating to your live. Okay. So on your home screen, click rules and guidelines. There's a box on the lower part where it has tools and resources. How you doing, Brooke? And say what? What I say? What I just say? Talk about information. Yeah. I thought you shouldn't be a passenger either. Oh, you're talking about the water? I thought you shouldn't be a passenger either, but I saw Jeffree Star live in the car. You know what? I don't know. Jeffree Star is Jeffree Star. We ain't Jeffree Star. No, I'm joking. But you never know. He might have had on his content disclosure. He might have had something on that spoke to his brand. I don't know. I would say, that might be a different case. But at the same time, he could have had it on. And we just don't realize that he had it on. Yep. Today there is a message under a post saying promote it. What does that mean? TikTok's trying to get you to pay for promoting your video. I would say don't avoid doing that because you'll see those messages come to you pretty frequently, and it's their way of soliciting you to pay, and you'll find yourself paying quite a bit. So I would say ignore it if you can just stay the course and just post your content and don't worry about always promoting. It'll reach the right people if you're going about it the right way. Yeah. Am I getting filtered? Mishi, I answered your last question. I don't think you're being filtered, but let me know. Hey there. How you doing, friend? How you doing, Shay Shay? I see you, friend. Hope all is well. It is, friend. Yes, I got it a lot. Wow. Okay. That's the content disclosure I had. came in as you were talking about that. Brooke, yeah, that's the content disclosure. Yep. It will get there in time. Yep. Thanks for answering your question. You're welcome, friend. I appreciate you. How long should your content be? Content for posting? Um, it depends. If you have a 15-second post, that's fine. If you have a 60-second post, I think that's good. When you get into the creator rewards program, they want your post to be at least a minute or longer for you to get it monetized. So you want to get in the habit of doing a minute or longer for your content. You said, Dr. Lisa Johansson, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So I would say, yeah, get in the habit of doing a minute long post. That would be my recommendation. But it doesn't have to be that long. You can do some short posts as well. Just do a combination of things. It just depends on the topic. Yeah. Some of the topics where you're offering a little bit more information. So like the post I'm about to do, I'm going to say this out loud. The actual mechanics of me showing you where to put the content disclosure was 40 seconds. What I'm going to add is a voiceover to make it longer than 40 seconds, to make it over a minute. So I'm going to add, not a voiceover, I'm going to add a intro to it. So that's what I actually need to do when I get off this post. So I can add that in my content and then post it. So I'm almost done. I just need to add a quick intro because it wasn't quite 60 seconds. So I'm going to make sure it's 60 seconds. Now, we'll see how it performs. I'm not sure if it's going to perform well or not, but that's just my way of making sure that I at least get 60 seconds with my content on average. Well, all on here trying to make it, and you taught us so much. I appreciate you. Yes, Express T. Yes, I am. Impress T. I'm sorry, Impress. I don't know why I say Express. Impress. And so I appreciate you, friend. And like I said, I don't gatekeep. It doesn't do me any good to gatekeep. It's just a matter of making sure we are all able to be successful. And people do it in their own way, in their own time. I recognize that. So I'm here for you. Just come back if you have questions. So once you click the content disclosure, let me just put a little pin in this conversation. Once you click the content disclosure, and if your audience control is turned on, because you know your content is for a more mature audience, you want to cut it on. And then you can also set like your wish box. That's what that's called. If you have subscriptions, you can make sure you, ideally you have that on before you come into your live, but you can check it if there's anything you need to change. Then, well, my new people wouldn't have subscriptions yet, and maybe even not the wish box. I think both of those things come on after you've done 3 lives. So then you can click the go live button. You can actually set in settings practice mode. So my new people who are nervous, scared, shy, you actually can do practice. You can practice before you go live. I believe it depends on the person. I believe it gives you a countdown, because if you click practice mode, it will flip you to the live feature. So just be mindful of, if you're going to do that you might end up going live inadvertently. So you want to just be mindful of making sure you click that, and that you're really ready to go live. At the end of the day, I would tell you to do it scared. Just show up. Not a lot of people are going to be in your room. They're just not. I don't want you to overthink it. You won't get a lot of people to come in your live. I'm just saying that out loud. I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, all these people are going to see me. No. You will be fine. You will see a few people that come in, and maybe they sit for a minute based on your topic and what you're talking about. But I will say, get in the habit of practice and play with the filters that are in there. Play with the effects. Just play with some of the features so that you can get acclimated to here. You got to go live 3 separate days. So 3 times, 3 separate days within 24 hours spread or more. And for a total of 30 minutes over those 3 lives. So I tell people, if you're really nervous, go 10 minutes the first day, 10 minutes the second day, 10 minutes the third day. And then you are unlocking the full features where you can have a co-host, multi-guest, you can pin comments, you can do some of the other things to engage with your audience. So there's some features that you will unlock that are not available to you until you do those 3 separate lives for a total of 30 minutes. Okay. But if you're really interested in monetizing, go 30 minutes per live. That's that, because if somebody comes in and gifts you and sends you flowers, roses, whatever, gifts of any sort, do the daily heart mate. You won't get all of the rewards, those diamonds that you're collecting, you won't get all of them if you don't go 30 minutes because you only get a percentage. You get 38%. And then if you get new followers up to 5, you get an additional 2%. So you want to be very strategic about how long you go live, what happens in your live, how you encourage people to follow you. So those are things you want to do. You said, I'm one that's terrified. No, you'll do fine. How do you monetize? Nowhere near there, but just so I know. Nika, Grace, I'm going to tell you to go look up the Scale Live rewards. That's actually what I was just talking about. I'm not going to be able to do it today. I usually do pull it up, but Scale Live rewards breaks down your monetization for live hosts. So it's based on per live, it's based on how long you go live. So if you only go 5 minutes, you only get 20% of your rewards. TikTok gets 80%. If you go 10 minutes, you'll get 35%. TikTok gets that 65% or so. And then 25 minutes or higher, you get 38%. And then you under there is also the ability for you to get new followers. That's the other metric they pay attention to per live. So it's live duration, how long you've gone live, and how many new followers you got in that live. That makes up, that is the most you can get is 40%. TikTok takes 60. So when I said between 60 and 80%, is because of how long you gone live, how many new followers you got. But TikTok will get their percentage as well. So 40% is the most you can make per live. And then there's a thing called weekly missions, and it's how you perform in each week when it comes to how many days you've gone live, how many daily heart me's, the people who came back that are part of your team, how many of you got them to come back. And then also, as you're ranking, as you're moving up in your league, are you getting new people to come in? Okay. So you want to be intentional about what you're doing. Okay. That yellow looks great on you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll bring out the yellow every now and then. It's like, this is a yellow day. I appreciate that. All right. So go live. Go live. You're welcome. I just explained the whole process. I want you to go live. I want you to get acclimated. I just talked about, not in great detail, but I did talk about how you monetize. You want to be intentional about just how long you go live, how you got new followers, how you are engaging people. Look at you, Waffles. Thank you so much for your first gift. Look at you, friend. I appreciate you, friend. Look at that pack. How you doing, friend? Thank you. I'm trying to give it a try. Yes. Sulanda, thank you so much. You got this, friend. You got it. All right. How you doing, friend? BGD, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the gift. Thank you, Dr. Peg, for the popular live. Thank you so much. So I told you guys how to start. Let's do this. I'm going to talk probably another 15 minutes. I probably won't go super long. I mean, it's already after 6 o'clock and I have been on here officially. It'll put me at 2 hours. So if I go another 20 minutes or so, that'll put me at 2 hours. So we'll see how long I can get through the rest of this information. So, my friends asked about what to talk about. Here's what I'm going to give you a tip. I'm not going to go way into detail. I'm going to give you a tip to do your research in the live. Okay. So I want you to research what other content creators and live hosts are doing. So my friends who are here, I know there's a couple people I met with recently. Angela, I don't know if you're still in the room. Here's somebody that came to mind. As you are thinking about your live journey, go and research. Go and research other live hosts that are in that niche who have a similar topic. The way you can find them is that on the home screen where the For You page is, okay? Thank you so much, the caregiver. I appreciate your friend. That home screen, go there. In that search bar, there's a magnifying glass. In that search bar, oh gosh, you reached level 16. Congratulations, friend. I want you to type in the word of whatever that topic and niche is. I want you to use that. And then you can also look and search by content that's there, but you can scroll over and see anyone who's going live with a similar topic. Okay. So maybe go to a couple live rooms and see how people are talking and engaging and see if their topic and what they're talking about resonates with you. So that's one thing I would tell you to do. Do your research. Always do your research to get a sense of who's out there talking about something that is in your niche or something that a topic of interest. Okay. So my crocheters, I use that as an example because yes, Michelle crochets. But if I was them, I would say, okay, you know what? Let me see who out here on these crocheting streets who are doing what I do. Let me see how they're doing it. And then go to some of their lives. Okay. I think that's something you can do. If you are interested in certain topics, you can look at some content that's produced based on that and engage with that content I say from the bottom up because you want to watch that video all the way through. And as you go from the bottom up, your watch time is progressing. Okay. Hi everyone. How you doing, friend? And as you're doing that, I see you. Happy Monday, friend. How you doing? DT. Thank you so much, friend. And so as you're doing that, pay attention to reposting if that's of interest to you, favoring that video, and then commenting. I said comments are gold because you want to put comments that relate to that content and that topic because you're telling the algorithm, TikTok, watch time matters. Yes, it does. How long you watch the video because TikTok sees that watch. It's like, okay, I see you like this content, this topic you like. I see you watching it. I see that you searched about it. I see that you've engaged from the bottom up about it. And now you're commenting about it. And then on top of that, I want you to pay attention to people who commented also in that content, in that post. Those people also have a shared interest. They like what that topic's about, just like you like that topic. Okay. And so those people, you might want to heart their comments. And then you might want to go to their post, engage from the bottom up. And then you want to be intentional about hearting their comments too, because they're going to go back to your page and see that you did all this engagement on their page. And then in turn, they see that you all have a shared interest and they probably will follow you back. Now, there's no guarantee of that, but if you're doing all that engagement, I'm pretty confident that people are going to engage back with you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friends. Living with Sense, I appreciate your question. You said, how do you post your sub only replays? Is there a way to message all sub at once? Yes. Great question. It's on, so sub only replays, when you can't replay the whole video. You can take clips of that video. So it's not where your sub only live can be replayed. You just take clips of it. You take a clip of it and you can repost it for only your subs to see. So when you're on the page where you're gonna put the hashtags and the country where the content was posted at, or where you're gonna put your little description page, that last page before you actually post, you want to do all that. But if you scroll down at the bottom, it talks about who is this for. It typically defaults to everyone. If you click it, you can just make it for your subs. That's it. That's how you do it. So you make content just for your subs. Sub only lives, like I said, you can't repost it for everyone to view. You can only take clips of that live. Just like you can download the live. Clearly, you can download it, and you can also work in the app to make clips of it. And so, hey, what's up, friends? How you doing? And so as you make clips of it, you can repost it only for your subscribers to see. That's how you would do it. And then there's also a sub posting area. So you and your subs can communicate in that posting area. So yeah, just go to your subscription page. It walks you through some of the things that are in there. Yeah. You just click around and see what's in there in terms of benefits. Okay, so you want to do that research. I tell people I don't talk about that enough, but I want you to research. If you're my nervous people, my shy person, go to some people's live that already have that topic. I have another thing. I'm not going to talk about it today, but I also say how to use AI, ChatGPT. Trying to figure it out. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. I also tell you there you can go there and use chat to help you identify topics to talk about. So that's another way, help you brainstorm. So I have that prompt that you can use, but I want you to do your research first. So we'll start with that topic. Yeah, I'm new and all, and you'll have to do more research. There we go, friend. I appreciate you. Yes, do your research. Thanks. Thank you so much for everything. I got you. I see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, Impress. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. My last thing I wanted to talk about was let me know if I need to talk about it because, like I said, I want to make sure I'm answering people who want to know. The research and watch your videos. There we go. That's it. Yeah. So you say so it's interesting. Like I said earlier, I am streaming right now on YouTube. So this video will be posted for you to go back to and look at my playlist. It's under the TikTok playlist. So you'll be able to see this video and you can engage there. So definitely go to my YouTube channel. It's Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. So go there and subscribe. So if you are in my room now, go ahead and go subscribe. You can come to my live. It's streaming right now. You can come to my live, like it, and also comment and subscribe here. So I would appreciate all the support. I appreciate you. So I follow 3 life creators that do this, but but in all honesty, you're the only one that seems real. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Like I said, I don't gatekeep. I just want to make sure y'all growing. And honestly, if I know I'm not for everybody, and I'm sure other live hosts feel the same way. You said absolutely appreciate you. I'm sure other live hosts feel like they're not for everybody, but at the end of the day, I try to be the live host that I wanted people to be for me. So I wanted people to see my comment. I wanted people to invest in answering my question because I'm new. You don't know what you don't know. And I want people to feel supported because it's no point in trying to make this secretive or you're so rushed that you can't engage. So I'm trying my best to be that person I want people to be. Want people to be for me. So, and I know what it's like to be new. I'm still fairly new when it comes to my journey. And so showing up in this consistent way, I want to show you that it's possible to grow, but at the same time, there's a lot that you need to know. And so at the end of the day, take it one step at a time. Practice makes progress. You don't have to know all of it all in the first day. Just go live. Okay. I did it for my YouTube. My YouTube, I've had live access for about a month. It was probably a little over a month. It might have been about 5 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks. And I started a week and a half ago where I'm going live consistently and I'm just co-streaming. And I started off messy. I was with my son's tablet. Okay. I was with his little preschooler tablet. It's actually sitting right here. I was with his tablet and just streaming off this. And then I got me a webcam. It's a little bit better. I'm still trying to work through the kinks of it, but at the end of the day, it's not perfect. But I know I'm making headway. That's the goal. You just make headway and take it one day at a time. There are a lot of live hosts and a lot of different energies. Yes. Where is the mentorship button at then? I do offer one-on-ones and people have scheduled them with me. So I do offer one-on-ones if you want me to consult with you. I do have a bundle where you get more access to me. So if you're looking to get into my my Instagram group, I have an Instagram group chat. So that's another way to get more contact and support. Also to send individual messages to people. And then I do one-on-ones with those individuals too. Okay. Others are just trying to get you to give subs. They sound like infomercials. Yeah, that's not going to work for people. I do appreciate you, Dr. Lish. It's so pleasant to learn from you. Oh, look at you. I appreciate you, Dion. Thank you so much. Hello, how you doing, Real Talk? I appreciate you. I see your YouTube. You literally, I wasn't making the connection to like the movie reviews when you said Real Talk, but it's obvious now when I see your YouTube. I was like, oh. Thank you so much, Michelle. You are very informative. I don't know why I was not making that connection, sir. How you doing, favorite? I saw you come in, friend. You said I totally agree with that. Thank you so much, friends. I see you, DT. Thank you so much. There are a lot of live hosts. Yeah, different energies. Yes. Thank you so much. Oh, Lily, I saw she was in my IG group. Yes, I've had some. The imposter accounts are rampant right now. I'm good, thank you. You're welcome, friend. Right? Okay, right. Um, Back from vacay. I appreciate you. Now you're back. You're gonna be back in these TikTok streets. You said I had to take a little vacation. I understand, friend. I understand. Um, how you doing, Cammy's mom? I see you, friend. Lorna's Kitchen, thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Happy Monday, friend. Happy Monday. Let's see. I You touch on a lot of good bullet points for new creators wanting to go live the first time. There we go. That's it. That's it. Oh, look at you. You reached level 10. Awesome, friend. Thank you so much for the roses. That's it. Honestly, Here's the deal, and I'm just being honest with you. I'm being transparent. We recognize that this social media space has been dominated by other generations. We'll put it that way. And those generations don't necessarily reach and resonate with other generations, for lack of a better word. So my Gen Xers, I'm a Gen Xer, my baby boomers, my upper age millennials. Some of us, we're like, okay, what's happening here? But recognizing that this is a space we can be in, and people need to recognize. You say, oh, I look at you, Gen X, learn digital. Me too, absolutely. And so recognizing we can be in this space too, and we can be very effective. We just need to learn the rules of engagement. And that's it. And what I teach is that, you can learn the rules of engagement. Obviously, you have to engage. You got to be in this space and take the action. But at the same time, it's a space for all of us. There's a billion people on this app. So there's a space for all of us. So I want to make sure you're being intentional about your engagement. The information on your page to get more of you. You said, okay, let me pivot to my stand store. I'm going to talk about that. Me too. I appreciate that. Yep, keep it real. That's it. We got to keep it real, but we got to support people in the way that they want support. So I recognize that as well. So let me do this. I am going to pivot because I've been here. Here's what I will promise. My people who come back to me tomorrow, I will talk about TikTok Shop, because you guys asked a lot of questions surrounding just the mechanics of here and going live, which this 4 o'clock is based on. I do talk about TikTok Shop because I want you to recognize this is an algorithm. So you want to be intentional about getting and requesting TikTok Shop. Okay. TikTok Shop for creator, not the seller. So I want you to be intentional about your behavior. And I have 5 things that I recommend, and then I have 2 things that say you need to clean up if you want to make sure you have access to it, because those are kind of the stopping point if you don't do that. Enjoy my time here at First Time She'll Return. Oh, you're welcome, friend. I had no idea about the live engagement. That's it. You gotta engage. And so what I tell you is that you want to be intentional about how you talk to TikTok, how you notify TikTok, how you engage. And if you are looking for that, you want to be intentional when it comes to TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop, I tell people, it is not for the weak. It's not easy. So once you get it, just be mindful of what you're asking for, because it does take now more engagement in the app, but it's a good payoff. It is a really good payoff if you go about it the right way. So a lot of it is just making sure you engage, you do the work, you post, you make sure you are staying within the rules. Okay. And you're not getting violations and stuff. So a lot of it is that. I have TikTok Shop on this account and on my Faceless account. And it does take a lot of work. So I haven't shifted my mind to doing it yet. I'm thinking about it though. I am thinking about it because I do recognize, maybe the second half of the year, depending on what happens June 18th. But the second half of the year, I want to make sure that I am ready to fully engage in that. And I'll probably do it on my other account, not this account. Can you X your single? Can you your seller account to creator? Can you switch? Basically, you're asking, Michelle, can you switch? Yes, it is a process. Yes, you can. You can go from your well, you still gotta apply to the creator program. So people have switched over. That means that you have closed your shop. You deactivated your TikTok Shop for seller, and there's a 30-day notice to close. So you got to wait 30 days. In the meantime, you can start signaling to TikTok like, oh, I want the affiliate program. I want that program over here. But your seller account has to be closed first. Okay. So that's one thing you want to do. That's the first step. Go and close the seller account if that's something if you want to do. If you have a business account, switch to personal. You got to close the seller account first. Then, because it's linked to the business. Then you can, after that 30-day notice of closing your account, then you can switch over to personal on that same account. Otherwise, what I would advise you to do is just start a new account and just make it personal. And then you work through getting your numbers and getting enough followers to get approved for TikTok Shop for creator/affiliate program. So that's the other strategy. Love the teamwork engagement here. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all. Hello. Good afternoon. Yes. Can you change? Yep. Yeah, you can change it. It's just one of those things. Either you change or you add a new one. Those are your two options. Just recognizing changing or adding a new one. You're still in this kind of temporary status. You're trying to either with a new one, you're trying to build enough followers to get it, or you are waiting your 30 days to switch and then try to get it. So it's just one of those things where you just have to decide what approach you want to take. Okay, thank you so much. You're welcome, friend. Yep. So, yeah, that's the TikTok shop. But like I said, if you come tomorrow at 4, I will do a deep dive on TikTok shop. I have no qualms about that. I want to make sure I'm supporting you and I can answer questions. It just requires a little bit more time and effort with TikTok shop. Um, okay. How do you navigate this season when you had two people in your life? Say that, Lamecca. Say that again. What? You got you changed your name back. That's it, Lamecca Wealth Strategy. How you doing, friend? You changed it back. You was like, I want to change it back. I see you changed your name again. How do you navigate? Say that again. Let me make sure I know your question. You said it's challenging to keep going with no one in the live. Oh, how do you navigate the season when you had two people in your life? Okay, you said life. I was like, what happened? Somebody I wasn't thinking live streaming. I was like, wait a minute, what happened? Here, it is a process. Live, yep. So it is a process, and basically, you're right for pointing that out. It's the early stages. Those are the times, and here's the example I give, because there's a lot of people who will apply to get a PhD. A lot of people will apply. I shouldn't say a lot, but people will get to a point where they want a PhD. I think the statistics is that only 5% of the people who pursue a doctorate, PhD or EDD, whatever it is, or advanced degree, only 5% actually finish. I think that's the statistic. I have to look that up and see if that still holds true. But that was a statistic out there when I was doing it 10 years ago. And people don't finish. So you start something because it becomes hard and challenging, and you don't see the finish line, and you're like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? And you're dealing with all the challenges. That's a low percentage. It's super low. It is very super low. I know that much. Because it's not many people who have the advanced degree, and the ones that do it don't finish. And so with that, because you have a lot of people that either don't finish the coursework or don't finish the doctorate itself, and they're all but dissertation. Yep. So it gets challenging if you can get through the challenging times and just kind of see yourself doing this and get through. I tell people, give yourself the first 30 days. And so, Lamecca, let me know if you've done 30 days yet. Let me put that in the chat. Let me see if you have 30 days. I know you've been going live pretty consistently. And then the other part of it is going live daily, because I think that makes a difference too. And then you got to understand the algorithm is in this funky space right now. Just recognizing that, like I said, after the ban happened in January, there was this peak and then it was a drop off in February. I think we might be seeing a little bit of a drop off too, but just recognizing all that plays into people doubting that, is this the right move? Should I stay consistent? Should I finish this through? What does it look like? Um, it is challenging when you have low engagement. What I will tell you though, you want to make sure you are doing the things to activate your live. Those keywords matter. Spend some time saying those keywords, recognizing who's your target audience. I think that's going to be important. If you are really focused and hone in, who are you talking to? And making sure you're saying that. So if you're talking to, I came to your live once before, and I think you were talking to people who are looking for support when it comes to wealth management and financial planning, those resources you have available. So I think it's going to be important for you to hone in on who you are talking to. So are you talking to stay-at-home moms? Are you talking to professionals that are looking for other resources to support their kids going to college? You know what? I can't with this fake account. This person is in my room again. Why are you coming back? Y'all can look in the chat. It is here again. I can't believe they keep doing this. I don't know. I just don't know. No way. Yeah, look at the viewers. Unless they just left. It's sad. They just left because I just reported. No, it's still there. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I don't understand that. So you guys just be careful. Yep. Yeah, just be careful. Um, because this person is probably clearly coming in to connect and do recon on who's in the room and who's connecting. So you guys know clearly from me, if they reach out to you, it's a banned account. I mean, it's an account that's a fake account. And so that account is messaging you saying I have a new account and all this other garbage. It is not true. It is not true. So just report them. I just hope TikTok will, it's a fake account. Yeah. Yeah. So I just hope TikTok will report them and get rid of them sooner than later, because this is just unnerving. And I don't like hearing report them. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And so if y'all end up following them, just report them again. I can't, they know better to connect with me because I don't know. Let's see if I follow you. Can I report you now? Let's see if I can report you. You gonna try to block me? I'm sure they will, but I'm just gonna keep telling TikTok this is an account that is just fake, and hopefully at some point they will recognize that this account is fake. Yeah. So, um, and so you guys just make sure you are doing everything you can. Yeah, they won't. They have me blocked, so I can't follow. That's essentially what's happening. They reached out to me saying you saw I was in your live messaging, so you were reaching out. No, I was not. That was not me. So that's part of the fake okey doke. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry you all have to do that. Report them. Yes, yeah. You have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye for now. So yeah, just make sure you guys block that account. I just hate that person is just that disrespectful. Um, and they think that's acceptable. So anyway, so let's do this. I'm giving that person too much energy. Let's do this. Back to staying focused. Do you recommend faceless accounts for anything? I think faceless account has a purpose. I think it's good. I started off faceless with my TikTok shop and my Instagram. My Instagram was faceless as well. I was promoting UBC on that page primarily, and I did get some sales from it. It just depends on your messaging and who you're talking to. We know it's out of your control. Thank you so much, friend Deanna. I appreciate that. um, so I do think it has a purpose. What I will say, and this is just me from a live host perspective, um, when you go live, I always say this: you get a chance for your audience to know, like, and trust you. So, for example, this situation I'm dealing with, y'all have been coming here enough. Many of you have gotten my bundles. Y'all have done one-on-ones over Zoom with me. You guys know all the things I talk about. Y'all know I show up very much this way even in our one-on-ones. I don't go and do anything else but what you see in my stand store. That's all I'm offering. That's it. Not investing in crypto and anything else. Whatever those fake accounts do, I'm not doing. So you guys know that. And you've learned through my authentic presentation and the information I'm sharing that you know, like, and trust me. So if you are doing faceless, you just got to be cognizant of how do you build that with your target audience in a faceless modality so that people can get to know, like, and trust you. That's what I would say. Okay. So it becomes a little bit more challenging just in terms of what you're trying to achieve. But I think it's possible. You just have to be very intentional about your content creation being compelling and aligned with your messaging and making it for your target audience. So people will see it and say, okay, I like what she's saying. I like what he's saying. I like this. This is what I need. This is what I want to engage in. Okay. So that just it doesn't take a lot of effort. It's just a matter of being very strategic. You just got to be strategic. I would say use chat GPT and AI, whether it's chat or something else, to just help you with that messaging piece. When you talk about your target audience, what does it mean to know that demographic you're talking to, the psychographic of that group, as well as the pain points? You're always speaking to the pain points and the challenges of your target audience so that you can create a solution that will resonate with them, that they're going to say, okay, yes, that's what I need. And so you could do that faceless. It's just a matter of being very intentional about doing just your messaging. Okay. All right, friends, let me know if there's any questions. Said, okay, I feel you. Okay. So really quickly, I'm going to show you my stand store. For a couple of you asked about it. And I just want to make sure I share that information with you. And I'm here to support you. I appreciate you all. And let me know if you have any questions as you are thinking very intentionally about your go live journey. Okay. Um, and so that way you can get more support from me as well. So here's what I would say do. Go ahead and click my photo. My mini profile will pop up. And then if you click my profile again, it'll take you, I'm sorry, my picture again, it's going to take you to my stand store. And on my stand store, you're going to see my stand here. And you can click this, and we're gonna walk through this really quickly. Just recognizing that I got a couple free products in here I want you to grab, especially my overthinkers. This is going to be the last product we talk about. UBC, I'm not going to give a long commercial on UBC, but if you're curious about it, it is the Ultimate Branding Course. That's what it stands for. You can click the sneak peek, and that'll give you some information on UBC. It is a 40-hour content. They just had a relaunch to affiliate. I'm an affiliate of theirs now. So if you purchase the course, you can resell it and get a commission. That's one of the perks. But I tell people the value added is what's in the course. And so just recognizing it's 50, I think it's almost 54,000 people that are in UBC because they had a pretty successful relaunch to affiliate that happened last Sunday. And then this past weekend, they had a sale and promoting a webinar they just did on Saturday. So some promotional sales just happened recently. So again, I tell people, if you want UBC, I can keep you posted with a sneak peek of when they have another promotion or a webinar or something else they're doing. They're not going to do them too frequent. I think what they just did in this rollout might be it for a while. So maybe we'll see something. I don't know. I don't know if they'll do something holidays or seasonality. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but grab the sneak peek so you can get information. It's really for people who are thinking about taking their brand to the next level, and maybe they want more information on how to leverage brand deals, affiliate marketing, social media marketing across a couple different platforms. There's a 2-hour go live on TikTok live strategy that they have in here, which is what I use to bring a lot of my topics to you all. I got it from UBC in terms of the training, also for some other resources, but UBC was a big piece of it. So I would tell you to grab the sneak peek if you're interested. And if you have any questions specific to UBC, just send me a DM. I'm happy to answer it. The bundle in here is where people get access to me. And that's where I talked about my my group when it comes to leveraging my Instagram group and getting inside that Instagram group chat. And UBC, I actually have a group chat for there because I don't want you guys to get lost with UBC. So I also support you with a UBC group chat too. When it comes to being intentional about talking to people over DM, scheduling one-on-ones, that's the people who got the bundle. So it teaches you about digital marketing, where you're going to get the fundamentals. It also teaches you about branding yourself, leveraging Canva to create your resources, as well as utilizing some PLR books, some private label rights books in there, and a playbook that I have to support you. So you also, like I say, you get access to me and my group chat. These two products here are just my products for my new live hosts. So people who are like, okay, what should I do when I go live? What are some of the things I need to pay attention to? I actually created a 3-page checklist. I want you to be intentional about pre-live, before you go live. I talked about content disclosure here. That's there for you. There's some other pre-live things that you want to keep in mind. What you should be doing during your live. How do you get engagement for your live? And then after your live, what are some things you want to pay attention to when it comes to analytics and how to engage afterwards? So just being intentional about your process is going to be key. Lamecca, I don't know if you're still in the room, but that may be something you consider. Where what is your approach with getting more engagement in your live? And then there is my people who don't know what to talk about. So I didn't go over here, but I say, okay, this is a chat guide. It's going to give you 6 steps to identifying your niche, and what are some prompts you can use to identify your niche and your topic, some prompts for understanding your target audience, who are you talking to? And then if you needed an intro script, like how do you start your live? How do you introduce yourself? How do you talk to your community in an intentional way? And then are there engaging questions you should use? So there's so many different tips and strategies and prompts that I give you that you might want to leverage for your particular live stream. And then people who schedule one-on-ones, I need to extend that. I keep forgetting to do that. But if you want to come and get a one-on-one, I do have a 2-for-1 package in there where you can have two separate meetings for one price. Essentially, there are 40-minute meetings over Zoom where I meet with you. I talk to you about your go live strategy. We talk about whatever you need. I call it a business strategy conversation because you might say, Dr. Lisa, all that stuff that you have in your store is fine, but I need to talk to you about my specific issue, what I want to talk about for my business strategy. So that's there for you if you want to meet with me. And then finally is my overthinking guide. And so I want you to grab this for my overthinkers, my shy people, my nervous people, my people who are still trying to figure out if they should press the go live button. What does it mean to grow? What does it mean to think beyond just the initial rough stages of this process? I want you to think about big picture and what you're trying to achieve. So just be intentional about how you're going about this. Okay, it's going to be key. Okay. And so this is a mindset, but it's also goal setting. So I want you to be intentional about your process. Let me know if there's any questions. Like I said, I normally click through this, but I'm probably going to wrap up now. I just want to make sure I stop there and I answer questions. Any questions for your friends? That's in there for you. You can grab all those pieces. How you doing, Betsy? How are you, friend? I want to make sure I'm here to support you all and be able to address any concerns. Okay. My nervous people, I still got people who shy and nervous in the room. Let me know. Let me know. Do I need to actually break open that overthinking guide so y'all can walk through it? So you know what exactly you're going to get. It's a workbook format, but hey, you said good. That's good. Happy holidays to you. I know we chatted. So awesome. But yeah, so let me know if I need to help you a little further. I want to make sure you're understanding what you can get, what's in there for you. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody you said grilling. I love it. That was what you was doing. Awesome. How you doing, Richard? How's everything going? Richard, I'm about to close up for today, but I appreciate all y'all who are coming in. Make sure you claim your points. That's what I want to make sure. I forget to share that more often. So if you are in my live, you came and left, hopefully you didn't lose any points, but TikTok wants you to claim those points before you leave. And so I want you to take a minute to claim your points. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them now. I appreciate you. Or you can DM me if you have a question, and make sure you are connecting with the right person. You're connecting with the right person, so that way I can support you. But you can DM me and connect with me, okay? And I'll answer back. You said right, exactly. I don't want any confusion. And if anybody, thank you so much for the rose. And if anybody messages you and they say I have a new account, it is not true, okay? So making sure it is not true. I will support you all, and I am not talking about anything else that is ridiculous. You said, oh, you've been live, but just getting more pointers. I got you, friend. So you just keep doing it. Self-made millionaire. Yep, stay with it, friend. Stay with it. Okay? All right, dear friends. You guys have a great Monday. I will be back. I go live at 10 a.m. That is my go live and monetize your expertise. In that live, I do promote my bundle primarily. That bundle, actually, I didn't change the price, so I need to change the price, but it's normally $127. In the 10 a.m., I bring it down to $57. So that is the promotional price that is in there now. So if you wanted to grab it, you can grab it. However, when I get off this live, I'm probably going to change it back to the regular price. And so recognizing that at my 10 o'clock, that's when I promote that bundle. I kind of walk through it and share what's in there. I'm going to do better with sharing because lately I've been having to skim it because UBC and just a lot of questions that are coming into my life. So UBC was running their promotion last week, and I didn't have as much time to focus on the bundle, but that is there for you. And so let me know if you have any questions. So that's about to change to the regular price. And then ring my bell in my profile if you want to know when I post and go live. So I do my 10 a.m. and I do my 4 p.m. Eastern. So those are my 2 go live times. Okay. All right, dear friends, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. All right, I will talk to you all later. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in for the Daily Harmony. Claim your points real quick. People, claim your points. About to turn off, but I appreciate you. Wish you an amazing rest of your day filled with joy and inspiration. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you. YouTube, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for your support. And I will come back. And I appreciate all the support. All right. Bye-bye.